It's like
I have
all
magicked
over
the
the
button.
Cool.
Now, what makes the button magical?
Because
Is
when
it
I
powered
push
by
it,
hopes and dreams?
when I push the
Pixies.
button,
The
everybody from every continent, from Madagascar to the Nazca Plate, can watch what's happening on my screen, and that blows my mind every single time I think about it.
I really want to know who on the Nazca Plate would be watching this stream. Is anybody from the Nazca?
People?
Yep, get into your analytics, Brickard. Let's see.
We'll just find out there's like a rowboat out there, someone with like a satellite phone.
So your character, do they specialize in Lee ley lines down there?
What's wrong with you? Why are you
Everything
like
is
this?
wrong with me. I'm just tired. Oh, candles move. I didn't realize
That
Rez,
candle moves.
The only
unlocked
appropriate
it.
response to your silly joke is that you should read my book.
Oh, if only I had time to like do anything.
Last time I read a book, it was about how a man killed Pluto, and I spent the entire book hating him.
I love that book.
The
so
dog
much.
or the planet?
The planet, like
Trick question. It's a dwarf planet.
No,
Even Balatro can tell you that.
listen to me.
Okay,
Listen.
so Ceres is also a planet.
Yeah, Ceres is a dwarf
Not include
planet.
Ceres
Glad-
if you're including Pluto.
Is Ceres
Yeah,
named
Ceres
after
is a
the
planet.
Roman? Is named after the Roman god of death? Listen, all I know is things in the world have taken a very serious turn, and all I can point to is one of two events: the Large Hadron Collider or them downgrading Pluto. That's all I'm saying.
No. It's the end of the Mayan calendar. The world really did end in 2012.
Oh,
Ah, yeah, okay.
so I'm dropping a lot of frames, and I'm trying to investigate why that is.
Okay.
That's my
Because you
no
put
one
butter
knows.
on them.
Oh, it's these
Let me
candles.
know when the physics
candles are like
is.
70 million polygons. Like, look at that flame.
Not
I
sure
don't know.
that's correct.
No, that's
It's more polygons than a flower pot.
oh god, those flower pots. I
Okay.
cannot believe that Final Fantasy XIV had the audacity to do those grapes after their flower pots.
Wait, what do you mean by do those grapes?
They increase
So-
the polygon on the grapes.
Why would they do that? That was so
Because
bad.
people like the grapes.
The
Because people
grapes,
kept mocking the glow poly grape.
Why can't we have nice things?
the grapes were such a like debacle.
Well, now they're selling those grapes as merch.
Yes, I've seen that merch.
All right, I think we're evening out on the frames. I'm seeing little green icons now. I like green icons on my software. Green icons mean things are
Yep.
working properly.
And or blue. Who knows?
Blue means they're overclocked. Oh wait,
That's
don't know what I
white
mean.
in
means they're underwater.
Satisfactory.
Oh, it's blue on my screen.
Is it? It looks white to me.
It looks blue to me, but like I could see it being white.
More thing here that I forgot to write down. Have this on my sheet in front of me.
Of course, I'm kind of reaching the long tail on my current Dice Sphere program playthrough.
All right. So this is Blades in the Dark. Does anyone have any questions outside of the game before we actually get started and go into the way the game works and playing it?
Does it need to be dark, and do I need to use blades?
Yes and no.
Thank you for clearing that up.
In that order.
It's a very
the
very
five-
lawyerly answer.
So the five of you are sitting around your hideout in Six Towers. It's raining. It's dark. It's the middle of the night. There's a table, something like this one, that's probably filled with notes and maps and hand-marked bits of secret passageways, ideas on ways to get your boat in and out of different parts of the city. It's just kind of a normal night. What are each of you doing in this scene? Like just an establishing scene with the five of you in a room in your hideout. Middle of the night, rain is pouring outside.
Who's our main planner? Like, whose responsibility is it to bring job concepts to the table?
Probably me. I'm the
spider.
I'm the spider. Yeah.
I mean, it probably depends. Like, I can see this group getting jobs from a lot of different sources.
Yeah. Imagine that it might be my job to like vet those things.
So if Lele is at the table
There we go. Okay.
and
Mhm.
tonight's not a job night, it's because somebody else called a meeting.
Okay.
That's why
That'd
I'm
be the
here.
same reason for Scarlet.
Yeah. So the question is, who called this meeting? Because otherwise, I've got shopping to do.
I can tell you right now that someone tipped you off that there'd be someone showing up probably about an hour from now with something you'd be interested in, but you didn't get any more detail than that. It's handed off by one person to another person to try and have some amount of plausible deniability. You got a tip that someone would be showing up at your hideout tonight with something that you would all find very interesting.
Okay, so
Okay,
Why is
so
that
we're
they're
just
coming
sitting
here?
Do not make your deals here. So obviously it must be someone you trust enough that they know where your hideout is.
So there
And
are.
that's the only thing you know about the contact who might show up.
Do we have a
Okay.
confidant that would make sense?
I'm sure we do. So we're sitting around the table just waiting for our contact to show up and tell us what
Yeah.
they found.
How long
Is there
have we
anything
been
else,
working
Sergio?
together as a team?
Are
Is
we-
this our first heist since we went official?
No, you've
or-
stolen. You've had a couple of jobs. You got this hideout together. You stole a boat. You have a reputation of being very professional within the underworld. You also have a couple of enemies.
Okay, so we're
And,
starting. We're starting a little ways into the process.
The common workers along the docks actually all have tremendous respect for you because you stole a small, not a whaling ship, but one of the little tugs they use to get the large whaling ships in and out of the harbor, right out from under one of the major Leviathan hunter families.
God, you've reminded me of what was the boat that got stuck in the canal in the last.
oh,
few
the
years?
Suez.
Yeah. We're one of the small little boats that moved that boat.
Is Chris allowed to have two aliases? Because as far as I can tell, his character's name is Gideon Ghost the Gray.
The gray is
I
the
mean, I
last
can't.
Are you
I can't do
jealous
anything
that you
about
have
that. It
zero?
is Chris.
I'm jealous because you've got two aliases and I don't have any. That explains why Lele has no alias, because Chris has two.
Because Chris stole
You've
one.
stolen
I
it.
stole it.
Yeah,
This is what we're arguing about when we wait
He's-
for this contact to
he's
show
that
up.
effective.
So McDowell's character, Ian Bones Longfellow, has gotten tipped off about this job, and that's why this meeting's been called.
Yeah.
Yep, somebody through a messenger to try and keep some amount of distance told you that 2 hours after the hour of pearls, which is midnight, someone would show up here with information you'd all be very interested in.
And our headquarters would have to be along the waterfront somewhere, right?
There's a lot of canals throughout the entire city, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it makes the
I
most sense
see.
probably to be like along the back of one of the
Yo.
6 towers waterfronts.
Where on the map are we? Let's
We're-
just mark that on the
Somebody's
map.
gonna
Yeah,
have to pick a
why don't you
building.
pick a place? Let me look. There is in the book, I think, a larger map of 6 towers, which might just make it easier to pick, and then you can put it on the bigger map.
Cool.
I think something where not along the main waterfront itself, but like you go in and then here, something like that, because there could be a tunnel in here or whatever.
Yeah, we have
6
maps. We
towers.
have maps of the underground canals and things too.
These must be
Yeah.
high bridges because I'm seeing
If you
a
look
lot
at
of.
page 276 of the main book, you'll get, but it's just mostly a zoomed-in version of this.
I don't have them.
Um,
I mean, we could even be in the middle, right here. There could be a tunnel that goes all the way there.
Yeah, who suggests? I like the idea
you know,
of being
you think
in
you
the
have an underground tunnel to the canals?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, isn't that basically a sewage system at that point?
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and fill in one of the squares as the building that your headquarters is, that your hideout is made of?
how big is our building? Is this?
It's pretty big because
Well,
it
we
used
said
to be a
abandoned
museum.
casino.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
manor house. They got turned into a museum. They got turned into a casino.
So for reference, the 6 towers district is basically this.
Oh, okay. Well, darn, I was gonna pick this triangle right here.
how about this little square?
What is the scale of this map? Like, how long would it take me to span this distance? Like, is that an hour's walk or is that 2 minutes? Like, I don't know.
My read on Duskfall is on foot with a good passage, with good like traffic and not getting obstructed too much. It would take you about 3 hours to walk across the whole city.
Okay, so I'm imagining like it's Scarlet's night and she leaves her city, so she's got to do something like this.
It's a very walkable city.
Yeah, so like that's probably like a 45-minute walk, right?
Yeah, I think maybe closer to an hour, but it's not really that important. Like,
Okay. Oh, damn it. How do
Now
I
we
end
don't
it?
have a headquarters anymore. Good job.
I erased the headquarters.
Now our headquarters has an alias, and I still don't.
Yeah,
Making
we're
stuff.
We're gone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We
Yeah.
Yeah, game over. We can't play anymore.
Yeah, I've
Good
deleted
job,
everything.
Brad.
This is why we can't have nice things, literally. It's because I'm here. Okay. Scarlet would not probably be privy to the conversation. She might be standing watch. Maybe even outside, like in the dark.
is there anything else
Yeah,
anyone wants to do?
Gideon's in the corner talking to ghosts and spirits. Or herself, either way.
Yeah, Lily's
Does
tapping.
anyone else actually see the spirits, or they just look like you're talking to yourself?
I don't know. I mean, are ghosts visible to everybody?
Not normally, but sometimes.
Then it probably looks like she's talking to herself.
Yeah, Lily has no way to see ghosts, as far as I know.
Yeah, same with Ian, and he's just kind of playing with a couple of old cards, just flopping them back and forth, kind of doing sleight of hand stuff.
And I might have missed this, given the name. Gideon is a woman.
Gideon is a woman, yes.
Got it. I think I understand everyone else's gender.
Despite Mott's sketch of an old man.
Lily is just tapping her foot impatiently, waiting for Ian's meeting to start. Like,
So Scarlet, about 2 hours after midnight, a portly man you recognize walks down the street with a large umbrella. This is Misiko, an information broker who's been a pretty reliable contact for you guys multiple times in the past.
She will let him pass by, but observe where he is going.
Like, walks into your
And-
headquarters, nods
she-
towards you knowingly.
Well, I mean, hopefully she wouldn't be spotted. But
Are you trying? Sorry, you're trying to be
Yeah.
stealthy.
she's being a lookout. She's not standing there like in the rain, like that you're the person I'm waiting for. No, she'll follow him in
Okay.
after the fact.
Yeah, then he won't see you in that case.
Yeah, okay.
He'll walk in to the entryway, fold his umbrella, place it next to the door, knock on the heavy door.
Ian will open the door.
Ian, good to see you as always. Or, sorry, should it just be Bones? Are we on a first name basis now, my friend?
Depends on if the constabulary are involved.
Not today. Not today. The old barracks is not involved in this one. Trust me, I'm not. You know very well. I have no love for the Blue Cloaks. And he walks
Indeed.
inside.
the Blue Coats are they're like the city watch.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're the police, effectively.
The
or city watch.
constabulary.
I'll take his coat.
Scarlet will come in after about like 5 or 10 minutes, and she'll say, "It appears you weren't followed. Shall I remain at my post?"
I think you're going to want to hear this.
Very well.
So So where do you bring your confidant into your hideout as he arrives?
Probably the main lobby area where the table is.
We have like
Okay.
a cool meeting room that's got like a refurbished roulette table in the middle because we've aspirational dreams of reopening this casino, don't we?
I think so.
It's got
Surely
chocolate
when
and stuff.
when we're choosing a task, we just spin the roulette wheel, and whichever side of the map points at like the arrow or whatever. That's
Yeah,
what we
Maniko
do,
is,
right?
while waiting for the rest of you to arrange themselves because he figures the whole group will want to hear this, he is absent-mindedly spinning the wheel.
Yeah, Gideon will go sit down at the table.
We use the wheel as a lazy Susan for tea service.
Well, my friends, I hope the night finds you well.
No
Depends
better
on
or
what
worse
you
than
bring
any
us.
other night.
I've got a tip I think you might be interested in.
Let's hear it.
So, as all of you know, I'm not in the arms business anymore. I keep my ears to the ground, but buying and selling and moving weapons, it's just they're so heavy. It's much easier just to buy and sell and move information. Far less work for me, far more profitable for people like you. And what I've discovered is that our old friends at the Dagger Isle Consulate had a roof collapse last week, and they're bringing in a work crew to replace it. Or repair it, I don't know. Seems like there's probably a lot of pretty choice artifacts and documents at the consulate that might be of interest. And having a full roof replaced from one of the buildings would definitely be a opportunity for a group like yourselves to get in and out unnoticed.
How hard can it be to hammer in a few nails, right?
And this roof
Now, for myself,
just happened to
You know that-
spontaneously collapse.
I have not gotten word one way or the other whether it was intended or spontaneous. That might be interesting. If you are interested in this job, it might be worth finding out for yourselves exactly what the nature of the collapse was. What I do know is that you and I both share no love for the ambassador, and that any chance to spite him, I think we'd all enjoy, right?
Pause. Like, which ambassador of what faction?
The ambassador of the Dagger Isles to the Empire, who has or at least, it'd probably be the ambassador to Duskfall specifically. I think both Duskfall and the Empire are broken up enough that you would probably have multiple consulates.
Is that somebody that we have had runnings in? I'm trying to find them on this factions list.
They're the -2 near the bottom in the middle.
Okay, I know we have one of those, but where is that? There it is. Wait, that's
They
Leviathan
apparently
Runnings.
during
Oh, there.
during Amanako's time as an arms dealer, they apparently made a bad deal with him. So you guys allying yourself with him has pissed them off.
Okay,
Is
and
the
so
basics
they're
of your background
okay.
with them.
So the job might be worth
Some-
doing, just to thumb our nose at the ambassador. But how much
I mean,
scratch do we plan to take in from this?
I mean, they're the Dagger Isles. I don't think they could have bought the weapons even if that I was selling them, even if they didn't end up at the bottom of the Void Sea.
Well, I mean, if they have any,
but there's definitely going to be some coin on hand. Plus, who knows what kind of information.
I think if they have artifacts that could be worth a pretty penny, depending on the artifact. We won't know until we get there, though.
Lelay's always trying to
sells
convince
the
the rest of
artifacts?
you that information is more valuable than objects anyway.
Who sells the artifacts in this group? That might be Scarlet's job. She's a noble.
I think that would depend on like what's being sold.
Yeah, it depends on it would probably
Yeah.
depend on exactly what you
Yeah,
buy, and also each of
Yeah.
you does have an individual ally. There's some chance for them to maybe be fences or something like that.
Yeah, Gideon
Actually,
is.
I could see the locksmith definitely being in on this.
Well, Gideon is the importer-exporter of artifacts. That's literally her background.
Oh, well, then we just have you do it. Okay, cool. Okay.
So you
Maybe
go
if
do
it's
the heist
artifacts.
and let us know how it goes. How much of a cut does Amicia want for the tip? What's his finder's fee?
His opinion is that if he thinks that, here's how I see it, my good friends. If you let me, as you know my job, make a copy of any documents you happen to steal. If there's anything of any value among those, that's all I need. I don't even need the originals. If you don't get any documents or anything of value to information, pretty standard, I would say 20% for the tip. The renovation, from what I can tell, the repair of the roof should be ongoing for the next 2 weeks or so.
20%. That would be more
Yeah,
of a
I'm
cut
not-
than any of the 5 of us are getting. Because there's 20% would be a
Well,
5-way split
again,
between us.
if you give him documents he can, I mean, this is his starting offer, and if you
Yeah.
give him documents he can copy, he's willing to just take that.
Okay.
If there's only money, then he would like a decent chunk, because they are trying to keep this somewhat hush hush, but it is the Daglar Isles consulate. They're not exactly the sharpest tools in the shed.
If we wanted to
Without
keep things
him, we
hush
wouldn't have a
hush,
lead at all. Yeah.
if we wanted to keep things
It would
hush hush,
be-
we would not employ Jurgen, the singing strongman.
Jurgen. And he's very quiet.
Yes. Unless he's
Scarlet, who
singing.
has no need for money, really, says she thinks the terms are acceptable.
Likewise.
Without him, we wouldn't have a lead to begin with.
Jurgen nods.
20% of the cut is fine as long as you take 20% of the blame if one of us gets caught.
Ghost, you are my favorite. He pats you on the back.
Lele thinks there's an excellent chance we're going to find choice information in here, in which case he's not taking a cut, is my understanding of the deal. So the deal seems pretty good.
Yeah, he just wants to
Correct.
copy.
Yeah.
Any interesting documents you let him copy, that's more than enough for him. Again, he's more interested in settling old scores with the ambassador than he is.
What
Yeah, if it's
sort
a
of...
consulate,
anything
there's-
else.
There's going to have to be documents.
Can't put a price on blackmail.
What would I
Could
use
it-
to like make a copy of documents? Like I'm picturing something like silver filament paper to make a.
If you want to make like if you need to make a copy of something like a carefully presentable set of fake documents, that would be a downtime item crafting action.
Mhm.
If
Now-
you're gonna like have a long plan heist, during downtime you can take an action to craft something, and then as you complete that craft, you can add things to your character sheet that aren't outside of the normal realm of equipment.
I'm thinking more on
For
lines
his
of
part,
if we go in there, we like
for his
find-
part, I'm believing he's probably just going to take an parchment and quill or memorize every piece of incriminating information he can find on these documents, and
Okay.
just he doesn't need proof. He has enough sway in the city and knows enough people that just the information is valuable to him. Whereas you guys get to keep the original documents, which might be of more value.
I'm thinking in terms of like, would I have any access to tools that could make a copy on the job so I wouldn't have to steal the original document? I have the information, but then we don't tip anybody off that there's like a missing ledger in that drawer.
Well,
I have a question about that, actually. So
So
the
go ahead.
technology level
Mhm.
of the tech. Sorry, I didn't know if I was muted. Like I know pistols exist, but like would something like I don't know, like a camera obscura exist that didn't take 30 minutes?
I would say yes, but it does take 30 minutes unless it's
Okay.
powered by the ghost field or some other strange supernatural thing.
Okay, so like on the job, like taking a
Like,
picture out of the question.
Like there is definitely a series. There's an alchemical concoction that you can hook together to make a piece of paper expose over something. It's kind of maybe like a silly putty or a camera obscura, like for a document, but it
Yeah.
definitely takes a long time. There might
Okay.
be strange supernatural ways to speed that up.
Hmm.
I bet we could find something like that after the fact. So the photocopying would be taken care of.
Maybe something electrical, since we have somebody that can shoot ghost lightning out of her ass.
In terms of on the job options for stealing something, is there anything on your playbook's inventory that looks like it's relevant to that?
No, that's what I was looking. I don't know what trance powder. I'm assuming trance powders. I throw that in somebody's face and they're like stunned.
Yeah, that puts them to sleep.
Okay, cool. So I've got some of that.
I have a silence potion vial. Do you drink or throw that? Like, is it a grease you apply, or
Yes, you
Okay.
either make someone drink it or you throw it, or you apply it as a grease around an object. Okay.
okay?
One of the standard items brick is documents.
Yeah.
For one load. I would say, oh, here we go. Subterfuge supplies. I'm going to say that it's possible to have. Yeah, I would say that you could have like a.
Yeah.
Not to make a good detailed copy, but just like a basic one. I would say a basic forgery kit would be a one load standard item that anyone could have, and an advanced one, like for really detailed stuff, using like again some sort of alchemical or supernatural component, might either take to load or require you to do research to acquire it.
Okay.
We don't need a perfect copy. We just need the information. In the
Yeah, we're
thing.
just stealing the information and can sell it on.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
if you don't have any documents for Amicio to copy, he would like some amount of coin. Like,
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
don't-
Like, we have options.
I think that'll work out. Yeah.
I have a question, and I
Yeah.
need to right now establish that I'm going to do everybody a favor by not screaming.
but not what?
By not screaming, because my character is very. Just picture somebody that talks at an 11 volume all the time.
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But Jurgen's going to ask who is contracted to do the work to fix the roof.
Scarlet will very hesitantly go, shh. And then go, that's a good question, but
And then he'll
your
go,
voice down.
and he'll just do a ha 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 ha, and then slap you on the back, like you just made a very funny joke.
She begrudgingly
there's
says
a-
under her breath, they'll hear you outside.
Well, they couldn't afford to bring in one of the professional contracting groups from White Crown. So obviously the work's going to look pretty bad. I believe there was a laborers group from the docks called the Shorthammers,
So
small
we
construction
just-
crew. I think
So
they're on the up
idea.
and up. I haven't heard about them pulling any jobs.
then
So,
are
idea.
we suggesting to just slip in with the crew and hope they don't notice? Are we being formally employed?
Well,
Sorry, hold on. What was the organization in charge of repairs called again? The repairs.
Short-
The
Hammers.
Shorthammers. They're a group of they're a supposedly legitimate construction crew that's operating out of the docks. Normally, they would, in most places in White Crown, if there were repairs being done, it would be done by a much more professional, experienced, high-end construction crew. But the consulate doesn't, they're not exactly a powerful or wealthy organization compared to the others. Like they're, still have more money than the citizenry.
So if they have a typical attire that they wear while working, so some sort of uniform, one of us could go in to just survey the place. Like in order to know what repairs need to be done, somebody needs to document all this.
Well, do we want to have
And
this
whoever's
conversation?
whoever's doing the documentation, that's how we figure out where we go in from.
Well,
So let me
this
stop
is-
you right there. Are you guys interested in taking this job?
Oh, of
We
course.
just-
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah,
So,
Sorry, I thought we were already on that step.
do you have a backup?
I just-
do you
so,
have a
yeah.
backup if
Yeah,
we say
that-
no?
I
Raz,
have a
what are the-
second job. I have a second score that we might want to run, but I assumed you'd want this job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Okay.
Gideon has a question about the job itself.
Sure.
For this informant. Because Gideon does not think we should be discussing details of the plan in front of the informant, so she smacks Raz's character on the back of the head to be quiet.
No, I thought we had moved on to that step. I'm sorry.
No, the informant is still sitting there in the room. with
No,
us.
I'm aware of how it would work. So
Well, okay. This
Uh,
informant though, this isn't just a random guy on the street. This is
He's a friend of ours.
yeah. This is a
one of our
He's probably your
confidants.
most trusted confidant as a crew.
Yeah.
like
He
we
knows
in
where
on
your
this
hideout
with
is.
us.
We-
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we want to plan stuff in front.
we spent character creation points on this contact. Like this was an investment we made at character
yeah,
creation.
this is a contact that we aren't going to break.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So-
Gideon wants to know if there have been any rumors of spiritual activity at the dock since the roof collapse, or does he know anything about any of that?
He does not know anything about that. You guys can maybe do additional things with that later.
yeah, my thinking
Okay, so-
along that line is that we're on good terms with laborers at the docks. They like us. We have a good
Yeah,
reputation
agreed.
with them. So we
Yeah.
should be able to go down there and talk to some of these Shorthammers guys. I want to find out what caused the collapse.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. Once we're
So
Where
I'm
we're
gonna step this back step from the scene and go to the gamification layer. As a crew, you do not have to plan out your entire thing ahead of time.
yeah.
So, what you do, if you look at planning and engagement, there will be an engagement roll, which will basically be we're going to drop into the actual action of the score, and then things like planning or getting information or anything like that can be accomplished via flashbacks when they are relevant to the situation as it evolves. This, again, goes through like a heist movie.
Okay.
So hopefully we have enough detail here to get things to this point. So the next thing you do, and I think, yes, the next thing you typically want to do is you will choose, there are 6 plans. So you choose a generic type of plan, and then as a group you provide a detail, and that detail is dependent on the type of plan, and the detail is where you will like gather information to get that. The other thing you want to do before we start the actual score is choose a loadout level for your character. Remember, your character doesn't have specific items on them. They have a load level, which says how obvious it is you're carrying a lot of stuff. And then as the score goes, you can pull something out of your cloak and mark it off up to your load limit for the scene. So the types of engagements, the types of plans are assault, which is doing violence to the target, deception, which is luring, tricking, or manipulating a target, stealth, which is slipping in unseen, occult, which is engaging a supernatural power, social, which is negotiate, bargaining, or persuading, and transport, which is carrying people through danger or cargo. Let me go
Where
to
are you reading this? Sorry, I'm trying to.
This is on the Planning and Engagement 127 of the main rulebook.
I don't have any of this.
Yeah, pull this up here.
And let me get to the gather information section in front of me.
Lile is never down for assault. She did not join this group to be beating on people. Now,
Assault is usually
Agreed.
counterproductive.
understanding sometimes you gotta beat a guy. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not getting out of something like this without occasionally beating a guy.
That's why we have Jurgen the singing strongman.
Gideon's vote is for deception, where we just go in as part of the crew.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was going to suggest. I was going to suggest that Jurgen gets a job with the crew, and then he just unlocks the back door.
Okay, so you want so far I hear that people want to try to do it deception.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, and would you like to gather some additional information before you choose on a detail? Let me jump back and forth a little bit. There we go.
I think we could canvas the place, like as part of like.
So
the
you don't
group.
have to specifically canvas the place.
Yeah.
Give me a second to get the deception one in front of me. Score.
Gideon wants more information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
That's sort of where I'm going with that.
There we go. Okay. So deception. The detail you need to provide in the plan is a method of deception. So what you can do is you can do a gather information. You can gather information in order to figure out what that detail, what the method of deception is going to be for this score.
I mean,
Okay.
So what
It
are
sounds-
some things people are thinking about for gathering information pertinent to the score?
So,
we have
so-
Jurgen posing as somebody.
yeah, I like the
Right,
idea
yeah.
of Jurgen especially,
horse.
but some other, like,
Well, if we're gathering information, that's part of finding the best way to do that. So we would need to find out who this small hammer company is that's doing it, some background, how they work, what their uniforms look like, how easy it is to get a job, stuff like that.
and are they as legitimate as they appear on the surface?
Mhm.
I think that's the most key piece of information we could get. Is this group of contractors as legitimate as they present? Because
All right.
either way, we could use that information to our advantage.
So, who wants to attempt to gather this information?
That would be a.
That depends on how you're trying to gather it.
I think something a spider might want to do.
Yeah.
I could do it with a sway. Smooth talk some people.
Yeah,
Unless I'm gonna
like,
just randomly like observe it while skulking about, I don't think that's a good fit for me.
Like I think like Lile just
so you're thinking,
walking the docks
and who do
chatting
you think
people
you
up.
might be able to sway to get information about whether or not the small hammers is truly a legitimate business. Short hammers.
Was it short hammers? Okay. One of their shift bosses, like one of
Okay,
their
excellent.
middlemen.
Can only one person get information for this phase? There's like a group thing, or
So for a longer term, so if this was like a difficult multi-step process to get this kind of information across like the course of the campaign, it would be you'd probably be doing it during downtime actions. For the purpose of this scene and setting up the score itself, I'm going to say go ahead and have one person make the roll. Now note there are areas here for teamwork. If you look at the basic rule set, you can have up to one other person assist you. They take one stress, and you can have, or you can have someone set up an action by making a roll themselves that will help your roll later by either making it more effective or improving the circumstances of you making that roll.
So the way I'm looking at this,
I would say the other two don't really make a lot of sense to this. So I would say we should, for the sake of the beginning of this score, we should use gathering information as a single roll to see how well you succeed.
the way I'm looking at it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we're gathering information to set up our method of deception. And
yep, you're gathering information to figure out what the detail is for the score. You've decided that you're going to do a deception as the main objective of your job, and now you are gathering information to help you figure out what the exact detail, what is the hook of the plan? Like, it sounds like you want the hook of the plan to be getting Jurgen a job there. So gathering information will help you do that more effectively.
And I'm looking at it like this is Lile's contribution to that planning phase.
Yep.
So
there's two ways that people can help you. You can either have someone directly helping you with assisting, which will add one. They will spend one stress, or you can have someone else make a different roll to set it up. So if you're trying to talk to a shift boss, if someone else can think of a way to make that situation more favorable to you, they can make a roll first, and then you can try.
I think for the purposes of learning the game, let's just throw a single roll out there and see what happens.
Okay.
Let's start with
Excellent.
that.
Does anyone? Are you bringing someone with you to assist, or are you doing this on your own?
I'll do this on my own. Just kind of, I want to see how a die roll shakes out.
So we're gonna sway to try and talk to a shift boss in the small hammers and try and get the idea of whether or not they are truly on the up and up.
Yes. So
excellent. Why don't you go ahead and roll your sway?
So that's. Oh, I didn't want to take the whole bowl.
I have done that, yeah.
Let's lock the
dice
bowl.
are surprisingly finicky.
So I'm rolling 2 dice, 2d6, because I've got 2 dots in sway.
Yep.
And I'm looking for a 6 would be an automatic success.
Well, 6 is great. 6 is no consequences. Success with no consequences.
And 4 and 5 is success with consequences.
Yep.
All right, let's roll these bad boys.
Oh, it's hard to see the numbers on these.
I can just mouse over. Okay, so I've got a 3 and a 4. So
excellent.
We take the higher one as a 4, so it's a success
so you got
with
a 4,
consequences.
so you get a success with consequences.
And whose job is it to invent the consequences?
That is me.
Oh, good.
Everything is everyone at the table, and everyone can always is always free to make suggestions for things like this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, generally, like, my job is now to narrate exactly the two of us narrate it, and then we figure out what the consequences are. So Leela finds where the short hammers are taking their lunch. There's a still dark today. It's not rainy. Next day, there's a pavilion in the docks. Short hammers seem to get a lot of work different places in the docks, Crow's Foot and Brightstone. It's actually going to be kind of weird for them to go to White Crown. You kind of tail them for a bit just to get a feel for the readings. There's a crew boss there by the name of Corel. She, tall woman, very stern look. Everyone in the crew seems to respect her. You come up and you offer to buy her lunch in exchange for just some amount of conversation.
Sure.
You're well liked in the docks. Your team has a reputation for being professional and for sticking it to the fucking captains who are always taking everyone else's cut of the big whaling jobs. And while the short hammers do not directly work in Leviathan hunting, they certainly have enough family and friends and work contingent on that they also don't, there's no love lost between them and the nobles who actually own all the ships and the shipyards.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you made off with one of their boats, everyone in the docks kind of likes you guys. Like, I'm not going to say folk heroes, but nobody's going to trip you in the street randomly just to spite your face.
Oh, good. That's
So Corell
excellent
and you
news.
are sitting here at a little eatery. There's a pavilion. There's a heavy canopy above head, but it's not raining right now, so that's not really a big deal. There's also no sun, so that's not really a big deal. I've got a couple of eel steaks, side of mushrooms, and some actually not the worst mead you ever had in an establishment of this quality.
So the
she
eel
looks at
steaks
you.
come from one of our fine eeleries here in
Yes, the
Dustfall.
city is rife with eeleries. Eel is the primary source of protein
Mm.
for most people
Love it.
who are not in the upper classes in Duskfall. And she looks at you and said, "Look, I'm going to level with you, Laylee. Do you think I would be dressed like this?" And she's wearing workers' clothes, but they're obviously heavily worn. If I was taking up money on the side for any sort of, fun activities, I go to the job site, I do my work, and I get done. That's all the short hammers have ever done. So it sounds to you. Let's see. You get exceptional details. Information is complete. You can ask follow-up questions,
Okay.
and because of your standard success level, and I'm going to say that the success with consequences, in this case, is the short hammers. While they respect you, they take the fact that they're on the up and up seriously.
Mhm.
And they now have a criminal organization poking around asking questions about whether or not they do criminal operations. So they're a little bit more suspicious of your crew doing something. It's not that they don't respect you, it's not that they don't like you, but they might not be unaware that something you guys are doing might lead them into criminal consequences, and they do not want any of that. And you can tell that from the conversation. You get all of that.
So they're just trying to keep their noses clean.
Yes, they very much, they want to get in there, they want to do the job, they want to get paid, and now one of their shift captains thinks that while she likes you, you might be a problem in that respect in the future. But you, because of the level of success you got, you are able to ask follow-up questions or clarifying questions if you want.
Is there propensity for keeping their nose clean? Is this because of a lack of opportunity? It's because they have not been approached, or is it because they have this like idealistic stance against always
It's
turning
not
that sort of thing
moral.
down?
I will tell you that. You're pretty sure reading this woman at least, and maybe this doesn't go for the rest of the crew. You kind of get the sense that she's been beaten down by the world, and she thinks keeping her nose is clean is going to be the best way to maybe not just get beaten a little bit lower into the mud.
Sure.
Like, she just doesn't have the stomach for criminal enterprise because she's seen what's happened to members of her friends and family on the wrong side of criminal enterprise.
So does she have any
And that
information
might
about?
not go for the entire crew, but at least the shift captain you've been talking up at this lunch, that's her take on the situation.
What about other outfits similar to the short hammers? Is she aware of anybody who is taking the taste?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I could find half a dozen different organizations in the docks. I mean, none of them. Look, the best you're going to do is finding someone embezzling for low quality bricks among most of the construction crews in the docks. We're not under too much scrutiny, but like second story outfits generally don't come to us because we just don't generally deal in areas where there's enough affluence to be worth their time.
Lile would like to leave the conversation on a high note with this character, thinking well
Yep.
of her, so she will leave the conversation with shock and amazement that there is such a thing as low quality bricks, and let her have an opportunity to explain her knowledge about brick quality.
All right. So let's go ahead and go to the actual score. Let me get that in front of me again.
Oh. You know, when you started talking about low quality bricks, do you know what immediately popped into my head? Remember that scene in Breath of Fire 3 where Ray leans against the wall that they've done the perfect repair job on and it just falls over?
Is that the bricks the problem?
I'm assuming they just skimp on the mortaring, or like they
mortar,
use
yeah.
substandard materials for mortar, or they don't spend long enough in the kiln or something. All right, so now we're going to get to the actual part of the score, the actual score. So scores begin with an engagement roll. An engagement roll is a fate roll, our fortune roll, which is just a single die that I will be rolling for luck. And this will influence the initial scene when we start in the action of the score.
Do we get to know
So-
the outcome of that roll?
Yes, everyone. This is public information. So what is the detail for your? This is deception, right? Deception
Yeah.
is the plan you have made. So what detail, what method are you using to deceive people as part of this score?
It's like
Trojan
costumes.
horse.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to be snuck in and then we just dressed however, or do we want to sneak in with a
Right now, you just have to tell me
we get
specifically how you're trying to deceive people.
you're
gonna say
getting a job on the
costumes.
crew.
Okay. So the deception is you are going to pose as or even join members of the Shorthammers to get access to the consulate in order to do this burglary.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
walk over and open the back door.
All right,
Well-
excellent. So this is going to be a fortune roll. You start with a single die for sheer luck. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're the weakest? I will say no. It might have, except now you've tipped off the crew that there might be a criminal enterprise involved in this work. So I think that was probably a pretty good plan, but unfortunately, because you didn't get full success on the initial gather information, the fact that you tipped off one of the shift leaders that you guys are interested in, maybe she's got the feel that you guys might be doing something criminal on this job, or one of their jobs. They don't know which job. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
So
That is +1 die.
do we take a
Only
stress
if-
to do that or what?
Only if locks.
No,
are
but you might owe them a
involved.
favor afterwards.
So Gideon's thing is we can use the spirits and the ghost to get additional information about either the crew or the place where this is taking place.
Get a
So,
layout of the building
it-
beforehand.
My understanding of what Destel's asking is looking at Gideon's character sheet. Your contact
Gideon's,
is a possessor ghost.
Yeah.
Nirix the possessor ghost. Okay, because Lile's contact doesn't apply here. She has nothing to add as far as friends or allies who could.
I don't think mine
Yeah.
does.
So with Gideon's contact, you go take over one of the workers and have them open the door to let us in, so they don't know we're there, or it could take over somebody to get us permission to be there.
So you want to have your possessor ghost as an ally?
Sure.
Okay, so. I'm going to tell you right now, though you don't know the details, there is a enemy or rival that is interfering in this operation, and therefore you are losing 1 die here as well.
So we gain +1 die for the possessor ghost, -1 die
Yep.
because somebody's
Because there is an enemy or rival who is interfering with this plan.
excellent.
And can we
You
do
don't
multiple?
you don't know who.
Do we have the opportunity to get multiple? Question on this, like, so, like, if, for example, Raz had said this locksmith friend, like,
I will say that the rules don't cover this, and I'm not sure if this is by the rules. Normally you can only get +1 die here. I'm going to say you can only get net +1 -1 die here. So if you want to bring in a second ally, you could maybe counteract that single foe who is doing something here.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I don't. This says that you can only get +1. I'm going to say that that's a net because there is someone here who is interfering with this. That is, you don't know who, but one of your enemies or rivals is interfering with this, and therefore you have an opportunity to bring in a second ally because of the fact that you can get up to 1 or up to -1 die total.
I don't know how much the locksmith would help here. So.
provide information. Maybe he's got contacts to provide information.
You
on
can
the-
literally make anything up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the
Just-
security.
Just I'm
of
going
the
to be
building.
writing down when you're calling in favors from friends.
Yeah.
Like it just so
you want-
happens that Jurgen's first day of work, he comes back and reports like the locks were installed by this company, and then Scarlet's like, "Oh yeah, that's where my dude works."
That could work.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't overthink it.
What's the locksmith's name? Your character?
Frake. Frake.
Rick?
Yeah.
Yes, by amazing coincidence, Jurgen's first few days in the job scouting out, he informs you that he noticed someone that he thinks you're familiar with, Scarlet, and it's Frake, who was on site doing some lock work on a different part of the building. Apparently there was more than just the ceiling that had given in. So how do you approach him to then gain additional advantages on this job?
I'd ask him if he has a particular lockpick that works with the style of lock. Does he have a master key that might just happen to have gone missing? That sort of thing.
Oh, master key that's gone missing. That's a good idea.
Don't know
Yeah,
where you put it.
I could loan you. We could mysteriously find a master key that makes its way into your hands. Now you're asking a lot here, Scarlet. Like, we're friends, but I don't think I can let that go for less than a coin.
I don't know how much money I have on me, actually.
Believe as a group you have 2 coin.
Hmm.
You also can make counteroffer. Like, you can try and do something else. You can try and get it from him some other way, but like that is a big enough ask that to get it, he's just his base offer is, do you got any money for that? Like that's putting me at a lot of risk.
No, I'm aware of that.
Unless you have anything better.
I don't know what I would offer him, unfortunately.
I'm
Because
okay with you using a
I
group
would-
coin.
I would I would need the group. So I'm looking at my character sheet and going, I could try and sway him to let me have this one, and then I'll give him a small cut of the profit. That's about the extent of my ideas here.
I'll say right now that I'm not going to object to anybody using the group coins for things like
Yeah.
this.
So are you giving him a coin right now? Is that the idea? And you'll be even with him? He'll still be your ally?
I would do that with the permission of the group.
Where are we tracking our coins?
Agreed.
It's petty
On
cash.
the you have to
Yeah.
unlock the sheet. I had locked it.
Where is the sheet? Oh, here it is. Yeah, we only have
Alright.
2, so I was reluctant to spend half of our funds.
Oh, see,
But yeah, no, okay. So Scarlet will take a master key.
if we spend all of our funds planning this heist and then make it back on the heist,
Oh, I just hope that we get more than 2.
Like the way I view it is like this is just petty cash.
Yeah, no, I agree, but
yeah.
All right, so I have you now at 2 dice for the engagement roll. There's also a final category of things that can change this, was just any other miscellaneous things like different tiers and target. I think you guys are pretty much on par with the consulate, like they're not particularly strong and you aren't either. I don't think that there's anything that you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you 1 additional die, because I think that the chaos surviving the collapsed roof is enough that it's going to give you some cover for this job. So this is our engagement roll. This is a fate fortune roll is what the system calls it. It's a roll with no stats behind it. It's just for raw luck. So I think right now your fortune roll is going to have 3 dice.
this represents a luck die, 2
This
allies,
is going to tell us
an
where we cut
enemy.
into the action on the score.
Okay.
And you got a 3.
who rolled
Yeah,
that? Who did a
I
bad
did.
job? Desley, you're supposed to hit R multiple times.
All right. So this means that and there's a mechanical. You're going to be in a desperate position. So position is the severity and outcome of the success, partial success, failure is based on the position, which the 3 positions are controlled, where you have an excellent position and are well in control of a situation. Risky, which is the default, where things are kind of on a knife's edge, and desperate, which is where you guys are right now, as we cut into the scene of the score, where things are going badly for you. You're in serious trouble. So, it's dark. We're at the consulate. It is in a part of White Crown. Just gonna move this out of the way just a little bit. Not a nice part of, like, it's not a particularly nice building. It's here along the edge of White Crown.
Question before you continue. Do we need to select a load before we continue?
Yes. Sorry, everyone should select their load for this score.
Oh, I'm
Thank
always going with 3.
Do we get benefit from doing light load?
You are less conspicuous. Light load is you can easily blend in. Moderate load is you look like you're ready for trouble, but you're not carrying like a giant fucking cleaver into a formal dance or anything. And heavy load is you are carrying a giant fucking cleaver into a formal dance or something.
Like I picture Jurgen as like I said, he's just festooned with pouches. So like he always looks like normal load, right? So
Mhm.
like it's just like, what's the weirdo with the fucking pouches? What's his deal?
Here, I
He
will
just
write a
likes pouches.
3 next to me for my small load.
Okay.
It's
So-
on your sheet right here.
It's on your sheet. You check it.
Okay, but I wanted to. Fine, I'll do that too.
I'm just was saying, like, in case you didn't see it, yeah. But yeah,
Just and as a reminder, the italicized items on the character sheet do not cost any load. You just pull those out of your cloak at any point during a score. The others, as you take things out and have them for a scene, you you mark off the load, and you can't have items. You can't produce more items once you've reached max load, aside from the ones that are italic. So, the group is waiting in the shadows as Jurgen's shift starts. He's got the master key on him. The consulate is abuzz with operation. Shorthammers have maybe 24 people. Most of them are actually teamsters bringing materials. There's probably only like 3 or 4 carpenters and 1 shift lead actually working on this collapsed roof. Jurgen goes to the back door where he knows everyone will be waiting. He slides the key in. It fits perfectly. It opens just the way he wants. And as soon as he opens it, some sort of strange magical spirit ward goes off, almost as if someone knew exactly where you were going to be. The spirits in the area and the ghost field react violently and start howling. Everyone is now paying attention to this one door that you thought was going to be inconspicuous.
Fantastic.
I have a question. I have a Spirit Bane charm. Can I use that to neutralize the problem? I don't know what it does. I'm just reading.
It's a small trinket that ghosts prefer to avoid.
I also
Can
have
I
one of
use that on the
those.
door?
All right, so I will let me just talk a little bit about the action system and like how things work here. Like, in addition to the scene itself, another tool that you have is at any point when you encounter an obstacle, in addition to pulling something out of your cloak or taking an action based on the actions on your sheet, you can also narrate a flashback to about how you actually prepared for this the whole time. The flashback will typically might involve a roll and will cost stress, which is your mechanic for mitigating harmful circumstances in order to put you into a better position.
Gideon definitely has a flashback.
Okay, what kind of flashback would you like to have here, Gideon, as this Spirit Bane, as this sort of weird spirit alarm goes off as soon as Jurgen opens the door to let all of you in with this master key?
All right. So the spirit alarm starts going off. Everybody starts freaking out. The party has not yet gone through the door.
Nope.
Gideon looks at the other people, slaps her forehead, and says, "God damn it, I knew this was going to happen. But don't worry, I came prepared. You know that time when I was talking to Ghost in the Corner? Well, I was finding out other entryways. And what they told me was that if we go up a floor, not all of the windows are locked. So thankfully," and she pulls out with 2 load a set of climbing gear, and says, "I came prepared."
All right, so you are telling me that these spirits told you about an alternate entryway, and
Yes.
that in your flashback, so we're going to have a flashback of you discussing that with the spirits. Give me 1 second. Where's the flashback section? All right, I just want to find the actual rules for this. Here we go. Flashbacks, 132. All right. So, so yeah, we're back in the hallway. It's night. Marisico hasn't shown up yet. There's strange whispered, not quite words to anyone except for Gideon. Words going back and forth between Gideon and the two spirits sitting in the corner. One of whom mentions something about other spirits having just been disappearing around the city and how they're concerned that they might be next. They tell you that something strange is happening at the consulate, which is weird because Marisico has not arrived yet to tell you anything about this consulate. And yet here these two spirits, one of them seems completely obsessed with it. This isn't unusual for spirits. Most spirits have strange obsessions holding them to the material world. She tells you that she heard of some spirits somehow escaping the upper floors of the consulate as if the windows and doors weren't there, even though for some reason they were for other parts of it. I'm going to say that to get into... Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Flashbacks cost stress. We're going to go ahead and roll, I think a channel is appropriate here. You should, technically you're supposed to tell me what it is, what score you're rolling, but I'm guessing you're going to want to roll channel. I'm going to say that the information that the second floor is completely accessible is going to cost 0 stress. You just need to make a successful roll, which you tell me which attribute ability you think makes most sense for this.
Would it be you talking like an attribute like a tune? I don't see channel on the sheet.
Attune, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, attune would be
consort with the supernatural. Yep, attune. So go ahead and give me an attune for how in line you were with the ghost field at that while you were talking with your ghostly friends before that meeting started.
All right, so I got 2 points in attune, so that's 2 dice.
Yep.
We're
My
terrible
luck
dice.
continues.
Okay.
What was that, Raz? I only need to roll above a 3? A decimal?
I didn't say that. I said that's half the numbers.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Ghost says something else to you. The spirit who was concerned about this place before you even knew it was part of your score says something else to you, and it hits your ears like static. You have no idea what she's telling you. She might be warning you about something, but you do get the knowledge that the second floor is unlocked, and that if you climbed up there, you could get in easily. I'm going to say that this flashback costs 0 stress, because it's pretty simple to say that you can climb up there. However, I'm also going to say that the crew is still in a desperate situation, because while you now have an alternate form of entrance, the spirit alarm and howling of the spirits that was triggered when this door was opened has not abated.
So if I have an item that is in italics and it has no load, I could just have it on hand.
You just pull it out of your pocket. That's just something
Okay.
that shows up as part of the scene.
Okay, so Scarlet's going to say, these go off all the time at our manor, and she... Or, hold on, let me rephrase that. These go off all the times at different manors, and she will hold up the Spirit Bane charm to, like, disarm the alarm.
All right, you're going to have you make... So what check do you think you should make for that?
Finesse?
I don't think...
Or attune.
I think it's going to have to be attune if you're using a Spirit Bane charm to interact with the ghost field.
Yeah,
If you think there might be a mechanical way to go over and do this with something on the door itself, I would have given you finesse.
I don't know how this is working. I'm assuming that, like, she's holding the charm against the door in, like, some specific manner.
Yeah, I would say you pull the charm out of your coat and you start waving it and kind of focusing your mind on the energy of the ghosts around you, hoping to quell this unnatural wailing. I think a tune for that makes perfect sense. Does anyone want to help?
I'll help. I also have a Spirit Bane charm.
Okay.
Okay, so what does that do for me? Do I get a second die?
Lele takes 1 stress and you get a second die.
Okay. So I'll roll
and only
2.
1 person can aid. So go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
And you are in a desperate situation right now.
Oh, come on. I got a 2.
Got you. Excellent. So, first of all,
No, it's not excellent. It's terrible.
mark
Excellent.
on your character sheet that you made a roll in a desperate situation for the third for the category with attune. This is how you earn EXP.
So I got XP. Yeah.
Yep. So XP 1 out of 6 should be 1 out of 6 for that category now.
Yeah.
All right, and you got a 2, which is not critical failure, just a bad result.
I check that I use the Spirit Bane charm as well, right?
Yes.
Maybe it's
in
not
fact,
used, but I have it.
Well,
I'm not sure.
you hold up your charm and is like a little bit more clockwise. You start trying to open your mind to the ghost field. You start trying to get this thing to cause the inhuman, unnatural wailing all around you to stop. The charm sparks and heats in your hand and catches on fire. I would like you to take the minor harm of first-degree burns, and I would like you to mark off that both of your Spirit Bane charms have been burnt out and destroyed for this session.
So I just
Would you like to resist that minor harm?
I assume I would want to. Like, if I fail,
Alright,
that is the
excellent.
harm. And well, hold on. If I
Yeah.
fail that, what are the consequences? Do I just take the
You
harm?
take more stress. You cannot fail resisting harm. You can only take greater amounts of stress from resisting it.
so which
Okay, explain to me what I would need to do here.
All right, so this is a resistance roll. So you see how on your character sheet there are 3 categories of they called actions.
They're your stats.
Yeah, there are 3
insight,
categories of
prowess,
actions.
resolve.
There's insight, prowess, and resolve. So the first dot in each of those is vertically before that line. Those are
Yeah.
your 3 resistances. You have a insight, prowess, and resolve resistance.
Okay.
I'm going to say in this case, it's going to have to be a prowess resistance to throw the charm to the side before you can take that harm. Brick, remember how if you help someone, you also suffer the harms?
yeah.
So you're both going to take. So you both lose your Spirit Bane charm. That's happening
Okay.
for the rest of the score. I want you both to either take a level 1 harm of burnt hand, minor, or attempt to resist this harm with insight to sense that it's happening before the ghosts fully cause your charm to immolate and smoke in your hand.
I'll just take
Oh, I thought it was prowess. It's
Oh,
not-
did I
it's
say prowess?
insight?
Yeah, prowess.
Yeah,
prowess.
okay. I have 2 dice
Throw it away
there.
quickly.
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
I'll try.
All right, so
I'm gonna take the bird hand. So my understanding is if I choose not to resist, I take the harm, but I
Yep.
don't take additional stress. If I roll the
Yes.
resist and fail,
Yep.
I still take the harm.
There's you can't fail a resistance roll. You can only spend more stress.
Okay. I'd rather have the stress to
So
spend later.
how
in the
this
ice.
works is the resistance roll. You roll the dice for that attribute, and you take stress equal to 6 minus the highest roll.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. I got it. Okay, so whatever
And
I
you
roll
always
on here,
resist. Resisting drops it down 1 tier, and dropping a level 1 harm down 1 tier removes it entirely.
so I'm effectively trading the burn for stress.
That is literally what stress is for,
Okay, good.
Okay.
is to push yourself.
Yeah, I think I'll do this.
Situation.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
Yep.
And I got 2 1s because these dice are fucking weighted.
So you take 5 stress, and you
Yeah,
don't
that's-
take the
That's most.
minor burn.
What is with these dice? Oh, how do I? Oh, I gotta zoom way in here.
Yep, and your
Okay,
Spirit
so,
Bane
like-
charm burnt for this scene.
So that's terrible.
So
And the ghosts are still wailing.
I'm
And
aware.
at this point, a striking woman with a long fencing sword in her back has rounded the corner and has spotted Jurgen standing there at the door with the ghosts wailing. She glares at you. So this is what that fucking maniac was talking about, and she draws her sword.
Mhm.
She hasn't seen the rest of you. She's only seen Jurgen.
okay.
Okay.
Can you get out of this without fighting?
Before we get into this, I want to make sure I understand the resistance roll that Raz just completely
Yes.
botched. So Raz doesn't suffer the burnt hand at all.
Right.
Correct. I
Just
traded
traded it for stress.
Yep.
Okay, I understood how that worked.
And if it had been a level 2 harm, he would have taken a level 1 harm instead. Because it was a level 1 harm, he took no harm from it.
Is that what
on
this
a
means
resistance.
by harm, lesser harm, or severe harm?
Yep.
Got it.
So Ooh, some of the buttons went away.
Who needs
on my,
buttons?
Anyway,
So in addition to the ghost field being up on the air, in addition to the ghosts wailing, there is now a striking woman with a long fencing sword approaching you from the outside. Jorgen, her accent and skin color make it obvious that she's a native of the Dagger Isles, but other than that, you can't make out any details in the darkness and with all of this noise. She mentioned something about a maniac being right about you being here.
so this list of load, are these the only things we can pull out?
No, there's also common items that all characters have access to. I believe there's a page in the player kit that describes them. It's called standard items. I don't know what page it's on.
Well, there's the items and there's the load. It's on your little character sheet on the right hand side.
This might actually have the standard items on. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
A blade or two. thrown
Yeah,
in.
there's playbook specific items and there's standard items. Yes.
Right.
Armor, a large weapon, an unusual weapon, a pistol.
Let's see.
So right now, as I hear it, you have two problems. You have some sort of supernatural alarm on this door that is going off like crazy, and you have a woman with a deadly-looking fencing sword approaching Jurgen.
Jurgen is going to do a. There's going to be. All right. So Jurgen is going to have a flashback, I guess.
Yep.
Is that how this works? All right.
Yes,
Where
you
he
tell me
goes.
describe the flashback that you want to have, and then we'll do it.
Okay. So we flash back to a conversation between Jurgen and. Trying to look at Scarlet, where she explains that just in case that something goes wrong with their method for like she says like basically her person told him that some of the doors would have alarms on them, and that our first plan is to go in and use it to sort them out with our Spirit Bane charms. But if that doesn't happen, and we've got to lie, here are some documents that show that you are a subcontractor working for my contact to test the
alarms?
Test the alarms?
To test the alarms. And that, here's all the proper documentation to show that you're supposed to be there that day and all that other stuff. And I guess I would mark documents on my...
So what I'm going to say here is that is going to be a one stress flashback. This is somewhat complicated and kind of unlikely, but not completely ridiculous. And then I'm going to have to make either you or Scarlet make a action to see how good these documents are.
I'd like to assist in that action because it's a.
Anyone on the team I think can assist on this. So if you want it to be Doc, then.
So I have my my special ability Foresight. So twice per score, I can assist in a teammate without paying stress. But tell us how you prepared for this.
Okay, how did you prepare for this?
So he sought out all of the necessary information that to make this forgery a bit like an up and up to make it pass muster.
All right. What score do you think Jurgen would? What action do you think this makes most sense for this forgery? To present this forgery to this woman as if it were.
Jurgen is just going to basically very loudly declare, "I'm supposed to be here," and then shove the documents in her face, in a very commanding sort of way.
Yep, I can buy command for that. So I believe you get 1 die for the assist, and Scarlet, you're fine because we're using Bones' free assist on this one. So I believe you have 2 dice.
Okay. So the way these looking at our stats here, right? So I've got 1 pip in command.
Yep.
So that's 1 die. If you have nothing in there,
you roll 2. If you end up on a roll that the modified number of dice is 0, you roll 2 and take the lower.
Okay. All right.
That's like a disadvantage kind of a situation.
So I hear 2 die here. Also, you're in a desperate situation and you are making command. Go ahead and put 1 EXP in resolve.
Okie dokie. Let me do that now.
Yep.
Beep. That is done.
Right in front of my character sheet. Oh, you got
6.
a 6. So.
You got a 6. That's pure success. Excellent.
At last.
All right. In a desperate situation, your success. Also, there are critical successes if you get multiple 6s. So let me know if that ever comes up.
Okay.
You do it. It works. She walks over. She puts her sword away. You can tell by the look in this woman's eyes, she was looking forward to using it. She steps in under the canopy of the roof. She waves something with her hands. You don't quite catch what, and the alarm goes off. Stops. The ghosts stop. She looks at the documents. And she looks at the next page. And she looks at the next page. She is taking this very seriously. She was really looking forward to using it.
Jurgen-
The rest of the group is still largely unobserved. Finally, after an uncomfortable amount of time, she hands them back to you.
Just
She
thank you,
looks at
small
you.
lady.
Murder is in her eyes.
He goes,
Give me the excuse next time. She turns and she walks away.
Jurgen, I like your new girlfriend.
I'm going to put the situation as a whole down to risky at this point because you have successfully bypassed the alarm.
So what we know is that our main entrance is viable, and then also Gideon has cleared us to climb up to the window, but TV static explanation of why that might be risky.
Yes.
Do we want that as a backup plan? We could just flash back to like now.
Oh, Lele is
Later on, so-
always about having backup plans and backup plans
Yeah.
for backup plans.
that could be our exit if we need to.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Okay, inward. Do we know the general layout of this
I'm going
place
to
because
actually
some of
okay,
it
and
is-
after that I'm going to show let's do some fucking gaming. Okay. I'm going to introduce clocks. Clocks are the pacing mechanic of Blades in the Dark. Clocks work a bit like hit points in a more traditional role-playing game. I'm going to say that this clock is raise a general alarm from all the bullshit you're pulling off here. Can I not write on it? Is there a name?
Nope, you can't write on a.
Like most objects, I don't see how I can put
token
a
like
name
that.
on it.
Your best bet would probably
Can
to
you do
summon in
this too?
some-
Oop. Yeah, there we go. Change its state. So
Well, the
hit-
state is the number of ticks on it.
right. I'm
But
aware,
is there a way
but
for
I
me
mean,
to write a name on it?
There.
Oh
No, but you could
would
like,
have to put it
but
somewhere.
you could probably just do something like.
There's got a name. Somebody did something for it. Great.
There you go.
So I'm going to say, what do we want to call this clock? So
Well,
this
let's put it
clock
over
will-
here first of all.
Sorry, you moved. Where's my clock? Okay.
I moved it over so it wasn't like
Okay.
with stuff behind
Now I
it.
can't name it again. What the hell is happening with this thing?
I've ruined everything forever. I'm sorry.
There you go. It's flipped. When it's flipped, you can't name it. I flipped it back.
Okay. This clock is raise a general alarm. So, getting out of that situation, they're more suspicious of you now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on 1 tick. If this reaches 4 tickets through any series of actions or consequences, things will go worse.
Mhm.
So right now, your documents worked. She believes that you are being paid to check the security on the house, but she was obviously working for people who are interested in security in the consulate, and they are all now more suspicious.
Great.
And then I'm just going to take this mystery 8-tick clock and put it at 1. You can figure out what this is later.
Oh boy.
That's a tool that'll help us out later.
Why did it go upside down? Okay, there. Oh, it had to load the.
You had to load the image. These
Yep.
are all images.
Yeah. Yep. No, I get it. All right.
It's a
So
special
yeah,
tool. that'll
I'm going
help
to say
us
the
later.
situation as a whole is down to risky. The security at the embassy is definitely more on edge, but right now you have access either through the door or through the windows with climbing kits. How would the crew like to proceed? There's the sound of hammers off in the distance, and there's some yelling of one of the carpenters bringing up a couple of beams to start repairing part of the ceiling.
Gosh, I mean, I'm thinking of like prowl that I can use to like sneak ahead to make sure the path is clear.
Okay.
I feel like that's the best contribution I can make.
So you're going to try and prowl through the embassy to look for any other potential like security people or patrols or just anything that might raise the alarm better?
Yes. Something
What
like
you'd
just
like to do?
look for weird, like anything that stands out that is like, okay, this is like.
Well, are you
an area we
prowling,
should
or are you looking for something, or are you scouting ahead and are you trying to like case the joint quickly, or
Yeah.
are you looking for trouble, or are you looking for weird things?
I'm looking for a path that other people could get through. And
Okay, so you're
during
trying
that time, I'm trying to maintain like cover.
Yeah, so you're trying to use stealth to get through the embassy and find a route that your friends can follow you without being seen.
Correct.
And you're not going to get, and doing this successfully will not do anything other than to provide you a route. You won't get anything specific about dangers, just what's the quietest, stealthiest, least visible path through this building,
I like that.
where we think the valuables are.
Yeah,
Does that sound good?
I like that. Yeah. So
Okay,
so
so that you're saying that's a prowl. I think that's
Yeah.
good. Do we want to do anything else on that roll?
You want
I don't
to
think
assist
anyone
on
can.
that?
I don't know how people could assist me other than like.
Yeah, this would be a
they're
difficult.
also-
You
they're
could do a
also
setup.
looking. Yeah.
A setup would be the way that makes the most sense for an assist on something like this, where like someone causes a distraction, which would be them making a roll to make your roll under better circumstance. If someone successfully does a setup roll, I'm going to let you do this as a controlled action instead of a risky action.
Well, I mean, we already have the perfect cover, right? I'm just gonna go and open
Oh yeah,
all
they bought that. I'm sure there's
I'm
no
gonna-
way there could
Go
be more
open-
consequences.
Go
well, I
open
know.
another door.
I'm just gonna go continue to open all the doors.
None of the other doors set off an alarm. It was exactly the one you opened.
Okay.
That's not suspicious at all.
Well, go make a lot of noise or something.
Gonna like start.
Doc or Yurko, do either of you have something to contribute here? As part of the scene?
I could, maybe. So can Gideon request, I guess, are there spirits in the area? And if so, can Gideon use them to cause some trouble?
So here are the spirit gates. Here's the spirit field. But there are always spirits in the area. The spirit field is not an exact science, and it is not perfectly strong. The ghost field is everywhere. It's just the worst effects of it are kept out of the city by the spark gates. So you want to try and do something with the ghost field to make a big distraction while Scarlet sneaks ahead to try and pick a path for you guys to sneak into to get the valuables.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say you could do that with a risky. What skill do you think that would be?
Let's see, I'm trying to. If I choose Trap a Spirit. I got Spirit Mask, let me see spirits. Lightning Hook to capture spirits.
Oh, where can I move this?
I mean, it'd probably be an attuned skill.
Yeah, I think that's an attune. So go on, roll me a risky attune.
Hey, there you go.
I got a 5.
This clock ticks up. So that's a partial success. A wailing mass of spirits coalesces on the other side of the manor. Obviously, you're pretty sure that the guards and the security are going to be more interested in that than whatever was just going on. However, they are more interested in something, so I'm going to advance this clock for the... How did that get unnamed? I'm going to advance this clock for the general security of the embassy to 2. like this worked. Scarlet is now in a controlled position for her attempt to sneak through the building, but
Now-
you have raised their suspicion a bit.
How does that affect my results? So control meaning what?
A controlled,
Or does that not affect my rolling in any way?
it doesn't
just
affect your roll; it affects the result.
Okay, well then I will.
So
roll.
what it says is on a
I have-
4 or a 5, you're allowed to withdraw and try a different approach instead of,
Yes.
or
Okay,
else
I
do it.
have a
Yeah, it's a gentler partial failure.
Okay. Well, I have a 4.
Okay. So on a controlled with a 4. So do you want to withdraw and try another approach, or do you want to have a complication or reduced effect? I think reduced effect makes the most sense. That means it's not quite as successful, but there's no direct complications.
Yeah. No, I would go
You
for a
make-
reduced success because
Yes.
I don't think the odds of me getting a 6 are very high.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to re-roll.
So for this, that you were controlled because of the setup. So Scarlet makes her way through the manor, ducking this way and that. Through the consulate, ducking this way and that. Place is just a hubbub of activity, which is weird because this is not normally. The Dagger Isles are not exactly like well-to-do or generally have that many people in the consulate. A lot of this is obviously from the roof repair. You are able to pick out a path you think to where probably the vaults would be. However, you cannot guarantee to your allies that there aren't that if they follow this path they won't be seen. It's the least likely that they'll be seen. You definitely found the best route, and hopefully that will work. But maybe there was a place you could have gone left that you should have gone. That going right would have been a little bit quieter. Maybe there was a kitchen worker that you tipped off that saw that something was up. So you've got a pretty good idea on how to lead your party through here.
No, I mean Scarlet is not the type to like make any sort of guarantees.
Yeah,
She
so that's I'm going to
speaks
say
strictly
that's
in
a reduced
probabilities.
effect on your success as opposed to any other downside because of the advantage set up by your ally.
So she returns and she says, "I've procured a route. It seems adequate."
So be it.
Lele has
She'll lead the way.
2 goals here. She wants to make her way to like the main office of the consulate. She wants to like slip into somebody very, very important's office. She wants a document that she can steal and hand off to Amancio, who will fulfill our side of the bargain and preserve us from having to pay him a cut. And I want to find a much more valuable document that I can copy for myself. The thought process being, if I steal the most important ledger in the place, they're going to notice that it's gone. If I steal something of a little bit less value to give to Amancio, that might slip notice. But I still want to walk out of here with the most choice information I can get my hands on.
Yep. So here's what I'm going to say. Does anyone else want to do anything before we enter the consulate? Do or establish anything?
Was Gideon's main purpose, aside from helping get documents, is given the previous flashback where she was told about ghosts disappearing and the ghost alarms, she wants to try and find the source of the supernatural disturbance that's going on here.
Okay.
On the assumption that once that source is found, there's surely going to be some sort of arcane artifact there that they can steal and sell.
Okay. Doc, do you got anything? Bones?
I'm really not sure as to where I can step into that.
Okay. It's okay to not. Just trying to make sure
Yeah.
that you. Just trying to give you opportunities to play your character.
No, I got you.
There's no initiative system. It's my job to make sure everyone has time.
Yeah.
All right. So the crew makes their way inside. Are you going in through the? Are you splitting up?
I think we would have to, because some of us are going after artifacts and some of us are going after documents.
Who's going in on the first floor and who's going in through the windows?
I'm going in through the first floor because I hate climbing.
Yep.
It's hard in your dress and your height.
Listen, we shut off the alarm, and then Scarlet found us a route. That's good enough for Lele. That's good enough for
Yeah,
her.
I'm going to say Scarlet has to go in through the first floor too because she did not climb through the windows to find this route.
Okay.
Yeah, no, certainly. I mean,
Yep. So
I'll
two
go
of
in
you
through the
are
window.
going through the ground level. What about the other three?
Gideon's got an eel suit, and I think you have to climb and go in through windows if you're wearing an eel suit. That's like
Okay.
a rule.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
gotta. It's a rule.
So Gideon pulls the climbing gear out of his back, whirls the grappling hook around, takes a good throw, latches it onto a worn down effigy of some sort on like the third floor that was probably a gargoyle at some point, gives it a tug, doesn't give, starts climbing up. There's rope hanging there for anyone who wants to follow him,
Yeah, I'll go
making
along
his way up
behind
to
him.
a second story window.
I'll go along behind her.
All right. So Ian and Gideon are going in, and then finally, Jorgen, where are you going?
Well, I'm supposed to be, working.
Yep.
So I'm going to kind of continue to hang about and look like I'm doing a job, but like being nearby.
Okay. So
I guess
you are looking to split off from the other two and still present yourself as a member of a work crew.
yes.
Excellent. All right. I'm gonna go to
But-
Jorgen first.
Actually,
Oh.
hold on.
Yep.
I think what I want to do is tell them that I'm going to do that, and then go find the angry woman.
Okay. So
And then basically flirt with her.
Bones and Ghost climb in, find a second story window, slip inside. Scarlet leads Lele through the door that Jorgen then closes behind him. Jorgen makes 2 steps after the two of those two disappear down a hallway towards the work site, and then immediately turns and walks back into the main offices of the consulate. Jorgen, you find the woman. It's not hard. She is she seems to probably, in your professional opinion, be the security patrol right now.
I'm gonna walk up to her and be like, "You are very angry. I find that attractive."
She glares at you and crosses her arms and says, "I'm sorry, don't you have concrete to be hauling or timber or something?"
Yes, it's already done. Am very strong.
I don't think the rest of us need to be here. I think Treble's got this sewn up.
yeah.
Yeah.
She sighs. It's a long sigh.
He goes.
If it's already done, get the hell out of the consulate property.
He goes. Have other jobs, but later. And then I'm gonna lean against. I'm gonna put one arm kind of on a desk and lean over, and then bat my eyes at her.
Are you making a serious attempt to seduce this woman?
Yes.
Would you like to roll a skill for that?
Yes.
The answer is always yes.
All right. What do you think is appropriate?
What do I think is appropriate?
Yeah.
Well, that would just
There it
be. What is consort?
That's like small talk, I want to say.
When you consort, you consort with connections from your heritage, background, friends, or rivals to gain resources or information.
Wouldn't this be more like hunt or skirmish?
I think this is sway personally, but
Yeah. I was gonna say. I was
this
gonna
is
say sway.
this is textbook
Yeah.
sway. All right, so
Could-
you have 0 dots in sway. Is there
Yes.
anything you would like to do? So your options are: you can push yourself, take 2 stress and add a die automatically, or you can narrate a flashback, which gives variable amounts of stress depending on how likely that flashback is, and might require a different check.
Yes. He goes.
Or you can roll 2d6 and take the lowest.
Interesting.
Just looking at the list here.
or you can like pull something out of your cloak. Like you can do anything narratively that you want. Obviously, that you like.
Well, yeah,
character
I'm
can do,
looking at the list here, and they're not very. Well, can I? All right, I'd like to narrate a flashback.
Yes.
If McDole's character does not mind me using him, because he's supposed to be like a mastermind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so like basically, like you're having this very long this conversation, basically like laying out the most dangerous persons of interest inside the consulate, and then like you've got like a whiteboard up there, and like underlined you have like this you have this charcoal drawing of this angry security lady.
Yep.
It
Her name
says-
is Viez, by the way. You
It's
get that
Viez,
much
Viez,
just
like-
for free.
like Viez, and then underneath like circled, like she's like triple circled. It says "Do not approach," "Do not," just like whatever. And then like he goes, if she and, like it's very important. Like McDowell's character's like it's very important that she doesn't like get any wind that we are. He goes, but if she does, we need to keep her distracted. And then like everybody in the room like looks at Jurgen. He goes, so,
She killed 3 men in what was supposed to be an amateur fencing tournament last year.
oh, that just makes Jurgen more excited.
So it doesn't matter whether or not Jurgen's seduction succeeds. What matters is you're keeping her attention
Yes.
on you.
Yes, that's the purpose that I'm going for. Basically,
Which
Jurgen.
it's amazing she's not in prison, and the consulate probably had to pull some strings for that. Like, you can't just go around murdering people, at least not at someone at Viez's level of authority.
So the reason I asked earlier, right, is like, is this the stuff on like these general items and these specific items? Is this
Yeah.
all we can pull out? Can I
mean,
just
within reason, we can invent something else.
okay? I would like to pull out a bouquet of flowers.
I'm not going to put any load on that, but hold on, let me look here 1 second. Get your character sheet.
It's filled with bees. The ultimate distraction.
He goes, and I'm going to express my undying lust for this woman, or love. I'm going to
Please
sing
tell me
her.
you say that.
I'm going to. I express my like. She's just my kind of woman, and I sing her a love ballad.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say that has some complexity. Let's
Right.
take 2 stress,
Sure.
and let me get a sway. This is going to be risky, but
You don't say.
actually, this is going to be desperate.
I don't know what that means.
You don't say.
It means don't roll a
Means-
1.
That means don't roll ones, please.
How many
you-
dice am I rolling? 2 dice.
So
and take the
what's your
lowest?
what's your sway? Like we're
0.
Like we're all in agreement. This is sway, right?
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
gotta be.
Your sway is 0.
Yes. He goes.
Doc,
like,
Bones, are you
I-
using an assist in that flashback?
I will give
I'll let you
I will
use-
give him a
Yep.
one of my other freebie
Yep.
assists.
So that means you're at
To-
1 die.
These are her favorite flowers.
Yep.
Yeah, these are her. Like, if you have to seduce her, these are her favorite flowers.
And you can push yourself by taking 2 stress to add another die. And I don't see any way to do setup or assist for another player. So that's your only option to improve this. You can take 2 stress to add another die in addition to that flashback.
Okay.
Oh, you can take a devil's bargain if you want. There can be a consequence that is unavoidable to get a 3rd die.
All right.
Do you want that?
Can I So I can do one or the other or both.
You can do both. You can both push yourself in and do a devil's bargain to get 2 additional die.
This decision has to be made before the roll. That's what I'm picking.
Yes,
up.
this is
Okay.
before the
Correct.
roll.
Yeah.
Unlike
Yeah.
D&D, I don't hate the fact that this makes you make these decisions before you see the outcome of your roll.
No, this makes sense to me. This makes sense the way we're doing
Yeah.
it.
So I get to let me offer you this devil's bargain. You can take an additional die, but Viaz, who is a very dangerous woman, is going to be obsessed with you regardless of the result.
Okay.
Oh, that's not
All
a
right.
consequence.
That just sounds
I've
like-
got 3
Oh, it's not a
That's
consequence?
That's required.
that just sounds like an adventure hook for the second heist.
Yeah.
I've got a 4.
Success.
You got
Got-
a normal success.
Okay.
Success with harm. All right.
With harm. When
Oh,
But
my.
she does
when
have
I-
that rapier.
when I catch up with everybody, I'm covered in scratch marks.
She looks you up and down. Yeah, it's been a while. Let's go. She drags you, surprising how strong this woman is, given your relative sizes, into a corridor, out of the way of anyone else, out of sight of anyone else. Would you like to resist level 1 harm of absolutely exhausted from a very rough session with Vesk? With
No.
Vesk.
No.
Yes. Sorry.
I feel like this is
Go ahead and take level 1 harm, absolutely exhausted.
Oh, look, it's the consequences
like-
of our actions.
yeah, no.
I
fine.
feel like of all the harms to have on your character sheet, that's a pretty good one.
so like
Probably
the
you should have
armor-
written absolutely exhausted winking smiley face.
So like wait, you can use armor to resist harm, right?
Yeah. If it's appropriate to the harm.
Okay. I'm just wondering like
I
'Cause-
don't see this as one where armor is appropriate. She's gonna get your armor off.
yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I'm
Okay.
just was like
the armor is entirely in any situation narratively where armor is appropriate, you can use armor to resist a harm.
Gotcha.
But the appropriateness is narratively driven.
I have
Great.
6
So apparently the most
Yeah.
deadly woman in the embassy is apparently occupied for the next hour or so. What
Oh,
is
yeah,
everyone
30
else doing?
seconds?
Let's go to the upstairs crew first. You're in a dark hallway. There's occasional looks like there's maybe a storm out over the Void Sea. There's occasional flashes of lightning as the night has progressed. Or as the day has progressed. We're doing this during the day as the construction crew is there. And so sometimes these large windows that line the second floor just flash out. Other than that, the second floor is dead. It's dark. It's quiet. There's a sense of unease and static electricity in the air.
Is it possible to sense concentrations or fluctuations in the ghost field?
I'll let you do that without a roll. Yeah, there's something agitating the ghost field, and it's definitely higher up in the building.
Right. Propose
Um,
we go look for the stairs.
When you do sense those, when you extend your senses into the ghost field, however, this mystery clock ticks up.
Of course it does.
And this clock actually ticks down because the main security officer is preoccupied.
Oh,
Hooray.
good. Clocks can go down.
Yeah.
That was a question I was afraid to ask earlier.
Yes,
Alright,
they can go
well,
down, and here's an example of that not happening.
Seems like what we're looking for might be higher up in the building. Let's see
That
if we
was
can find
ex-
some stairs.
That was
Yeah.
exactly my intent, by the way. I'm smart.
I thought your intent was just to get laid.
All right, the two of you make your way up.
Yeah.
Getting to the third floor from the second is easy. No one notices you. There doesn't seem to be anyone up here. On the third floor, the ghost field is practically like you can almost see it without pushing your concentration into it. Something weird is going on up here. Something very strange.
Is it possible to find where the central location of that is?
Yeah, would either one of you like to do a quick? Would one of you like to describe how you're going to figure out where this is coming from? like physically searching this floor. The building is pretty large, and while the section with the collapsed roof is not here, like the eastern part of the building just kind of falls into itself, because this is the third is a 3-story building, and that's where the roof is collapsed. This part right now where you are, there aren't any roofers working right now, so it's just the two of you. You can hear hammers in the distance as they continue to repair the roof farther away from the point that you're in. Would either of you like to do something to try and figure out what's to get a better feel? What would you like to do in this situation?
So Gideon would like to look to visually see where the ghost field is kind of being sucked in, or where the sound of ghosts in pain or distress is most
So you want to try an
loud.
actual tune as opposed to just getting a feel for it? Bones, would you like to do anything here?
All I could really think to do right now is to assist, and I will take stress on that.
Okay. So this is an attune, so 3 dice, because you're got 2 dots and you're getting assistance.
How much stress do I take on that?
2.
2. Okay. Boop and boop.
Oh, I'm sorry, 1 stress. My bad.
Oh,
First time.
okay.
Unboop.
Well, this is a game of failure, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I rolled a 1, a 1, and a 3.
You're not supposed to fail that
Alright.
hard, though.
You reach your senses out into the ghost field. Doc's there, like, steadying you. Bones is there, like, steadying you, helping you kind of overcome. And lightning coils through your vision, just kind of knocks you onto your ass. You just literally get overwhelmed by it. And you're used to this. Like, this is stuff you should be able to handle. And you can't see some of the ghost field. You see all of the ghost field. You see the entirety of the void sea stretched out before you, and your tiny human comprehension cannot take in that amount of spiritual energy and that amount of awareness, and you are just completely overwhelmed. That's going to be a level 2 harm of exposed to the true vastness of the supernatural.
Oh God, I'm gonna resist.
I don't think
Okay.
that will fit. In the
I would
box.
believe that you should be trying to resist this with resolve. So how many dots do you have in resolve actions?
It's just that first row, right?
All right,
Yeah,
yes.
First column.
2.
It's gonna be 2.
Yep.
It was it's
So
just
go
the
ahead
first
and roll
column.
2 dice and subtract the highest result from 6, and that's how much stress you take to resolve this to a level 1 harm of sensory overload supernatural.
Now, Chris,
Maybe
I know that
eight
you like
or-
to roll 1s, but this is not the time.
Listen, I was told this game is about failure. It is always the time.
Chris heard this is a game of failure, and he's like,
I'm
finally,
taking
my
this
time
up
has
to
come.
I'm taking this up 2 positions as well for that failure. Got a 4?
You know what? I don't want to use armor on this.
So you're taking 2 stress because you got a 4?
He hasn't rolled
No, I
yet.
haven't
Oh,
rolled
okay.
it.
Ooh,
Hey, I got
There you go.
Yes.
No stress.
yeah, so you just
You successfully
you
resist
roll.
it and now have only level 1 harm from that.
So you can't double resist in a case like this, right?
No.
Okay.
You can only ever resist a harm by 1 step.
yeah. That's
You might
about
be able
right.
to. Actually, you might be able to resist and use armor. Let me check. I vaguely remember
I'm not
something
sure.
about that in the armor rules.
Well, I only got 5 pips, and I already have climbing gear, so I'm not sure if I want to use the rest of my armor.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
The
okay.
other
Weird.
option is there is a Okay. The other option that I should mention here in teamwork, other people who narratively can always take a harm for you, and they can resist it. I don't think in this case it makes some sense because Bones was trying to help you, but I don't know that. Okay, armor is
No.
32. Let me
It's
look real
fine.
quick.
Gideon
Can you
is
double it?
affected by cosmic horror.
Hey, it's just like every Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Right.
look into the cosmic horror. You do some yoga afterwards, you're fine.
It doesn't say whether or not you can double resist, but I'm going to say you probably can.
No, that's what
Like,
makes
it's
more
not
sense to me
explicit.
too. That resistance is like once per.
Yeah, the
level.
armor. Yeah. I can see going either way. Like I can see a pretty bad blow between resistance and armor getting down to nothing. But
Well, the way I was expecting it to work in a situation like this is like Chris takes the harm, but then Raz has the opportunity to to protect a teammate.
Yeah.
And if that
Yeah.
protected teammate might be able to reduce the harm from 1 down to 0 if Raz wanted to eat some stress.
the way I read protect is that you have to choose before you choose to resist. It's basically you choose who resists.
Oh, okay. That makes sense too.
Yeah, that's how I'm reading it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna cut to black on the scene upstairs. What's going on downstairs?
Well, I'm
I'm
assuming.
going to say that Scarlet has led you into what looks to be a ledger room for the ambassador herself.
Oh, okay.
Is this adequate? She asks you.
Is it ever? I want to look for concrete evidence of corruption. I want something so good I could turn around and blackmail this ambassador later.
I think that is an excellent opportunity for a study roll.
Sure. I'm bad at that.
If you wanted to just get a feel for all the things you could get out of your survey would make more sense. But for a single document, I think study makes the most sense.
Can I assist in that?
Yes.
What does that cost me in 1 stress?
Assisting a teammate costs 1 stress to give 1 die. And then
Okay, I only
remember,
have 3
anyone
left, but I think that
at
this
any
might be
point,
worth
anyone can always take either a devil's bargain or push themselves or both to get additional die for each.
it. How
Okay.
many dice are you getting here?
Study, I'm starting with 0, but I'm looking at my options here. I've got options.
Yeah.
Yep, you have the option to push yourself or take your devil's bargain or both.
I'm also looking
And
at
if you want, I'll tell you what
Rook's
the devil's
Gambit.
bargain would be.
Rook's Gambit is take 2 stress to roll your best action rating
Yep.
instead of this. So
Yep.
So, yeah, let me do that. I only have 3 stress remaining, so
I'm not doing anything to command specifically in this case.
Mhm.
But I would like to use my Rook's Gambit to make the command roll anyway here. Because
Describe to me how this works.
I have a good eye for how I would command people if I were the ambassador and how I would keep my books. So I feel like I'm starting
So
out
you're
on
thinking,
a good foot on what to look for quickly.
so you're thinking, looking at this as the ambassador's in charge. The ambassador gives orders. I know what orders I would give as the ambassador. Let's see where those differentiate.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the Rook's Gambit to try to make a command roll
Yep.
here instead of a study roll.
And then would you like either a devil's bargain or to push yourself?
I don't think so, because command is all... Well, let me mark my 2 stress first. Command is already 2 dice for me.
Yep.
And I think I'm pretty okay with 2 dice. I'll let Scarlet decide if she wants to assist.
the only way I can assist is with stress as my investment.
All right,
Right,
let's
I
just-
can't provide a tool.
Let's
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna.
see how it goes.
I'll do it. I'll give you 1 more dice.
Oh,
Get some stress. It's a treat.
Yeah. Well, I have 6 now, so I'm in danger.
All right, so how
Yeah.
how are you assisting?
But this is our score. She's gonna keep watch, okay, she'll help you look.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yep.
There
There's
you
a
go.
6.
All
There's your 6.
All right, so we're in a risky environment currently. So you do it.
All right.
Excellent. So
So I
you
would
read
like
through
to
these documents.
take out my subterfuge supplies
Mhm.
and make as good of a copy as I can of this incriminating document of the ambassador's corruption.
Yep. Let me go ahead and give 1 second here to write this down. Ambassador Sierra Slane. So you are copying the most incriminating document you can find. That is my understanding, right?
Yeah, I got juice. I got suction now.
Yep. All right. The ambassador took a backhanded deal with the Sparkrights and sold them a completely worthless artifact that they were supposed to be able to use to amp up the ghost field that she claimed some explorers in the Dagger Isles had discovered. She took probably the equivalent of 10 coin for this thing, and she knew it was worthless at the time. You can tell it from the writing. You're not like there's just something in the wording here, something in the fact that this contract, this sale, for something that's this shady, is too airtight to go back on. She knew she was giving them garbage, and she made like 10 coin off of it.
Could it be the word idiots underlined?
The Sparkrights, they're the ones that keep the ghost fence up and running.
Yes.
Okay. I would like. So what are the chances? So what are the chances that she stole this artifact? That there's a real version of it, but she sold the Sparkrights a fake version of it, so she could double profit off its sale. So I'm gonna I'd like to have a flashback.
Yes, go ahead. What is your flashback?
Gideon and I did some legwork beforehand to find out what this dirt is. So we worked together to find out that Ambassador Slane had come into contact with this artifact and had made the sale. So now what I want the goal to be is for the Gideon to know that this artifact is here and how valuable it is, and also for me to have a reason to look for this information in particular.
So I think, can either of you roll a? I think that the way to do that is to say 0 stress if you roll if someone succeeds on consort to have talked to members of the Sparkrights. Does either of you want to try and roll that?
Yeah, I can throw a die on some consort. Does Gideon one with assistant anyway?
However I can, yeah.
Because I was thinking
it would cost stress to help, or if you want, you can also be the one doing the consort roll.
I do have 2 dice on consort, just so you know.
I only have 1 dice on consort.
I mean, that's better than Lily's 0.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll let Ian make the consort roll. And do you want assistance?
Yeah, I'll take assistance if you're willing to spend the stress on it.
Assistance is 1 stress?
Yes.
Okay, then I will...
I'll put 3 dice in the pool then.
Yep.
Look at that, 6.
Great.
6 on a flashback. Okay, 0 stress. For that success, let's see. So you talked to the Sparkrights. You knew that they bought an artifact from the consulate and that it was bogus.
So we suspect that the real artifact is still here. So we can profit.
And what that success in the flashback buys you is Gideon, once you're conscious again and can conceive of the small, tiny, imbecilic world that you continually live in despite your best efforts, you can probably attune yourself to the ghost field and find this artifact like a divining rod. You will be able to sense this because you understand its magical signature.
Okay, yeah,
from the description of what it should be from the Sparkrights and this legwork we did before the heist, this you can just pinpoint in on it if you open your mind up to the ghost field, and it doesn't eat your mind again. That's what you're getting for that flashback.
Did it cost me stress to have a flashback?
Yes, I'm just going to say, from your other success, you do have a copy of these documents, so you should go ahead and write that down.
Okay.
This will be of incredible interest to the Sparkrights specifically. Meanwhile, back upstairs, the two of you, Bones, you managed to pull Gideon back up from her overwhelming sense of everything. Get her back on her feet. Get her mind back in the game. You're still... Nothing else has changed, aside from when the two of you are standing there, you saw that look in her eyes that told you that she was either not all there or way too much all there. And now the two of you are still standing in this hallway. The hammers have stopped. It sounds like maybe the work crew is going on lunch.
So if I attune myself to try and figure out where this artifact is, please tell me it's where all the terror is coming from.
I mean, I'm saying because of that flashback, you can now make an attune attempt, and it will be you'll get an exact distance and direction.
That's what I would like to do. What do you want to do, Bones?
That's a perfectly cromulent course of action, I'd say.
All right, go ahead and give me an attune. Would you like to push yourself or have a devil's bargain?
Yeah, I want to push myself. Screw it.
Okay.
That's what? 1 dice.
2
for
stress for an extra die.
Yeah, good to do that now.
Hey, I got 2 6s and a 4.
Whew.
That is a critical success. This is a risky situation. You do it with increased effect. Okay, so first of all, this clock ticks up. You see it in your mind's eye. It's a hideous, otherworldly eye, not your mind's eye, made of jade with bits of silver and gold. It's gorgeous and hideous at the same time. You see it in your mind's eye, and you open your eyes and you see it in the waking world. Not really, but like you can superimpose your vision and you see it exactly through the door. It's glowing there. It's the only thing you can see. It takes you a moment to pull your vision back to the real world. You can still see it though. It's not direction, it's not distance. You see the thing. It is sitting in a specific room on this floor. It is definitely in the same direction where the ghost field was strongest. The two of you are standing maybe 3 doors down from the room with that thing, and it is the only thing in your sight at this point if you don't focus on bringing your sight back to the real world.
Bones, it's over there. Let's get it and get the hell off this floor.
Indeed.
All right. So the two of you make your way to the door. You open it, and I flash back to the other group. So you've gotten 1 document that you've made a copy of.
Yeah.
What else is the goal here in this heist?
The only other thing we need from the office is something we can pass off to Amancio. So just find some documents of value. So we're looking for something that will be of value to him, but which won't be noticed when they come into the office and find it missing.
So I'm going to suggest as a player that this makes a lot of sense as a survey because you're trying to look over a large number of documents. Is there any point here where we're going to steal any money?
See, Lele thinks information is the most valuable thing in the world. So unless Scarlet speaks up.
I mean, I'm thinking of the story that we're weaving here, and I'm thinking that, like, the information about this artifact and the artifact itself is the heist. Like, anything we get at this point is icing.
You know what?
Like, we don't need to risk further.
A lot of dumb thieves get themselves caught because they grab for the ball of gold when they already had enough. So So what if I lead what if I lead a group action? If Scarlet and I both survey together, well, how is that different from an assist?
You count the single best roll, and you take stress based on the number of people that fail.
Survey, I have 0, so I would not recommend this.
So you wouldn't be good. Okay.
No.
I have
my best aid for you right now is.
Oh, so the thing is, like with a group action, she can roll with her 2 dice. You can roll with however much survey you have, and the most you will suffer from her failure is 1 stress.
I only have
if you give her. Yeah.
I only have 2 stress to give.
I only have
the
one.
leader is the one who takes the stress for the group action. Also.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So Scarlet's contribution to the group action though would be 2 die take the lowest. If she has no dots
which
in
is
survey.
not very reliable. Yeah.
Okay.
Group action makes a lot more sense for like stuff like stealth when you have a large group and you want a loud person to get through. Right, like that's kind of it's very obviously built for things like that, but
how
it can work for survey too. Or you can just like with 2 people, it's not really.
So
with 2 people, there's a lot of ways you can spend your stress and your dice.
How about I do this? I don't know if this would be a flashback since we're kind of in the moment, but the desk is locked, and I do have my lockpicks with me. I bet there's something in there.
Do you want to try and finesse open that lock?
Yeah. So I'm not affected by quality or tier when I bypass security measures.
Well, they are tier 1 and you are tier 0, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, they're fine lockpicks. I don't know what that means though.
It doesn't matter because the other feature you have out there actually.
Okay.
And then Lila, you wanted to. So these are 2 things we're gonna do. We're gonna try and.
We're gonna do 2 separate things. Yeah, we're doing things.
Yeah, you're gonna survey the room to find a second document to steal to present to your information broker, and Scarlet is gonna try and finesse open this desk and see if there's any valuables inside of it.
It kind of sounds like Scarlet and Lele can't really assist each other given their skill sets.
No. No, we unfortunately
so-
don't have very good overlapping.
all
Would
right.
you? Who wants to go in what order? And as always, remember you have the options to both put yourself and accept a devil's bargain.
What would my bargain be here?
I don't. Okay, you're trying to open up a thing.
Yep.
What is the devil's bargain on picking a lock? That's actually a hard one. It will automatically succeed, but you will definitely it'll be loud. You can jerry rig this lock open quietly and carefully.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it won't automatically succeed. It'll be louder. You could if
Okay.
you put some elbow grease into it and you don't make it a point to be quiet,
Okay.
you will be able to. It will help you get the lock open. So you
I
can
would
take an
like
extra
to.
die if you don't mind.
Can I take that deal and also apply my silence potion vial to the act to neutralize the downside?
You generally can't neutralize the downsides of a devil's bargain if you apply the silence potion. That would just mean that.
Darn, because that felt like it worked really well.
I mean, actually, it's not a devil's bargain if you can get out of the devil's bargains. Narratively, you can't avoid the consequences.
Well, I'm
So
consuming.
if you
a
want to do the
resource
you can
that.
still do the silence potion thing, and that will probably help, with the consequences of the action. If
I
you
think I
do fail,
will.
that would mean you wouldn't get noise. Basically, you're not going to learn.
Yeah, I think I'd like to use my silence potion. to
Okay,
do
so you
this.
pour your silence potion over your thieves' tools, your lockpicks.
Yeah, and then so I will take.
I'm gonna say
devil's
that-
bargain.
Invalidates the option to take the devil's bargain.
Oh, it does.
Narratively.
Oh, okay. Well, then I need to.
So you're just
not
rolling
do
finesse
that.
and maybe pushing yourself.
Well, if I push myself, I'm in danger. I'll do it. Harm all the way.
What is your stress at?
8 of 8. So if I take one further, I'm out of the scene. That's how that works, right?
I
the
actually
ni-
have to look
The
it up.
9th bubble is the bad bubble, right?
I am
Because
looking
that's where
that
it says
up right now.
trauma. If not, I can't do this because I would
No,
knock
trauma doesn't
myself
put you
out.
out of the scene. Trauma just gives you a permanent downside.
No, if you fill your stress bar, you're out of the scene. I'm basically setting my hit
There we
points to 0. That's what I'm doing.
When a PC marks their last stress box, they suffer trauma. When they take trauma, circle a trauma condition.
Now,
When
where
you're-
is that on the tracker here? So, on the tracker, there is a
There are
last
the trauma
tick that
conditions,
says
or the
trauma.
things it says to circle. They are. Here, I've got to flip upside down because your sheet's upside down from my perspective.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nope, you're
But,
good.
so, this is my current condition. No,
These
I
are
know what
your trauma.
I know what I'm saying is, so
Huh?
right here on this bubble, right where the
Yeah.
trauma bar starts, I have not filled that in. That is when I
Yeah, so
would
you're
be
good.
out, and I
When
would
you
take-
fill that in, you're taken out of action. You're left for dead or otherwise dropped out of the conflict.
Yeah,
You return with 0 stress, and you have a permanent trauma condition.
right. No, I'm aware. Yeah, I'll do this. Okay.
Okay.
And again, I rolled 2 1s because these dice are cursed. So I'm glad that I
You once, but you had applied your silence potion, which is
Yeah.
going to limit the effect of the failure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that one of your tools catches in the lock, and you can't pick locks. You
It's
don't have
just
lock picks for the
disabled.
rest of the scene.
Yeah.
You bend it, you swear,
Yeah.
you realize you are no longer any good as a lockpick because that scraper was the best one in your pack, and it's the
We'll
only
replace
one that's
that
going to fit
later.
most of the locks in this mansion.
Yeah.
All right, and then we had a survey for documents, right?
I'm going to push myself. That's 2 stress.
Yep.
I'm going to push myself because this is our payment to our point of contact.
Yep.
So that's going to give me the 1 for... that's the wrong button. That's going to give me a 1 for survey. And then 1 for pushing myself. That's going to give me 2 dice. Let's see if I can roll 2 1s.
Nope.
There's a 6. So
Excellent.
I
You
fi-
find a bunch of obviously falsified shipping invoices.
Yeah, I'll slide those.
Yep.
And then I'll turn to Scarlet as she snaps her slide in the lock, and I'll be like, and this is how thieves get caught. They leave evidence that they were there.
She will just go, and
Yeah.
say, good luck finding your way back out then, and she leaves the room.
Jorgen,
Yes.
bruised but triumphant. You leave the little alcove that you've been dragged into.
He had snoo.
MVP.
What are you doing now?
What is I guess now is the time to I'm going to secure the exit. Like it
Okay.
I basically like look at the time and like just casually walk over and make sure that like the hallway that we're going to go down, like our exit is clear. Like there's nobody in the
Yep.
hall, there's nobody.
So you make your way to the exit. You're posing as a member of the work crew.
Yep.
Let me see here. Does that cause a complication? Let me go ahead and just give me one quick check to blend in and make sure no, it's not too conspicuous what you're doing. What check do you think you would do for that?
I mean, Jurgen is not inconspicuous. He doesn't
Right.
do inconspicuous.
So you might fail this.
Can I do command to you know that adage of just like nobody pays you any attention if you look like you belong? Can I just walk like can I use command to just
Yes,
walk?
I think that's an appropriate use of command. Just like, look, you're a teamster. Your job is to bring beams back and forth for this roof repair. Like, just talk to anyone who gets in your way like, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Do you want a devil's bargain or to push yourself?
Nah, we're just gonna roll the
Yep.
one die.
He's gonna whip the one die across the room at this rate.
Yeah, the one die is gonna like transcend to a higher plane. Where did it even go?
It's under it. Okay, it landed underneath the table. It's a 6.
What?
It's
Oh yeah, it is. There
It is a 6, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
You
We
just
need these. So.
you just walk around the embassy like you own the place. A couple of the other teamsters come up to you. They just kind of nod like, yeah, you know what? He hauled a lot of beams. I'm sure he's fine. Like, they saw you working earlier.
I pat some people
Meanwhile,
on the back.
upstairs, the door opens.
To the office?
Gideon,
Two.
you still see the object as the door as Bones is opening the door in front of you.
Okay.
Between you and the object is a man. He is obviously of Dagger Isle's descent. He carries a staff with a large gemstone eye, probably a whitish, like semi-precious sandstone or something carved into the shape of an eye. His robe is festered with what look to be preserved to various extents. Some are rotting eyes. His gaze meets both of yours as you open the door. Ah, yes, as I have foreseen.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
more,
Gideon is gonna push
more
herself
more
and unleash a lightning
sacrifices.
stroke.
Hey, can you guys are both talking at the same time.
More for the god of for the watching god. In the back of the room, you recognize someone there, Gideon. It's Flint, a short woman wearing a half cape. You've crossed paths with her before. She has what appears to be vials containing ghost souls. You just immediately recognize them as soul vials, and she was in the process of pouring one of them into this cruel-looking dais that this eye statue that you've come here to steal was sitting atop. What do the two of you do?
Gideon just says nope and pushes herself to unleash a stroke of lightning.
Okay. What are the rules for that?
Special ability Tempest, you can push yourself to do one of the following: unleash a stroke of lightning as a weapon, or summon a storm in your immediate vicinity.
Okay. I believe. What is the goal of this weapon? What is the goal? What are you trying to accomplish with the weaponized lightning?
I'm gonna take out the guy in the robe and Flint.
Tell me what take out means.
Hit them with a lightning bolt, and goddamn the consequences.
It is very important. What is your intention of the con? It sounds to me like you will deal lethal damage if possible. Is that correct when you say "goddamn the consequences"?
Yeah, this guy is wearing a robe
Okay,
of eyeballs.
excellent.
And
No,
a
that's all I
woman-
need to hear. Doc, do you want to do anything else in this scene immediately before we move to resolve that? Sorry, Bones.
Well, if lethal, if Gideon is attempting to be lethal, then I guess that means I'm pulling out a pistol from
Okay.
from my
Okay, so we walk in the
from my-
room, we hear these people, and we
from
just
my
immediately
shoulder
go for
holster.
lethal force. Got it. Great. I'm gonna say that it's going to take you a moment to channel the lightning, Avatar style. So let's go ahead and get that pistol first. What is your intention with that pistol? What do you want to accomplish here by shooting someone, Ian?
I think instead of actually shooting them, I'm going to say, you're going to hand that over to me now.
What do we think that is? A command?
Yeah, and I'm going to push myself.
Okay. I'm gonna say that Gideon is too focused on channeling lightning right now to assist.
Yeah.
But you can also always take a devil's bargain if you want in addition.
No, I think 2 dice is good.
Okay.
Oh, but that's a failure.
You pull your gun on them. The tall, gaunt man with the eyes just sort of laughs. When you've seen all that I have seen, a little piece of metal is no longer a threat. Gideon.
Yeah.
I believe we're gonna go for a channel, pushing yourself here, right? Actually, okay. I guess push yourself in a opposed to taking an action, right? Let's see here. Push yourself.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. I don't know if it's just like it costs 2 stress to use this skill, and then you roll.
That is
or-
definitely what it means. I think you're still going to want to roll a channel here. I'm also going to tick up this clock.
Okay.
So you have a channel. I'm going to say that your compatriot is too busy pulling a gun to help you with any of this. Also, he doesn't really know what he would be doing. So you have the option of you're already pushing yourself, so you just have the option of a devil's bargain.
What does a devil's bargain look like when you're shooting lightning?
I will say that the devil's bargain for this roll is that you will absolutely kill both of them if you do it, and their spirits will not be happy about the fact. Whether or not the proper sequence of events that should happen when someone dies in the city and their spirits are burnt to not become vengeful happens afterwards, who knows? But yeah, if you take the devil's bargain, the lightning, if it works, will absolutely be lethal, but the spirits will not be pleased.
Well, so Gideon is, correct me if I'm wrong, she wanders into the room. She's guy in horrific garments doing something that looks demonic, and you have somebody in the back apparently killing a bunch of souls and destroying them.
This is not somebody. This is Flint. This is a spirit trafficker you've crossed ways with before, and those crossings have not been pleasant.
Yeah, so...
And she's definitely emptying a soul vial into the dais upon which this eye-shaped artifact stands.
Gideon doesn't like it when people destroy souls, so
okay,
we'll take the devil's bargain. That sounds
okay.
fun, right?
Go ahead and roll me a channel. You have 3 dice, I believe.
Now, how does this work if you kill your rival?
We run.
No. I mean, we make a new rival, I guess, on your character sheet. But... Oh, that's
2 sixes.
Painful.
You got critical success?
Wow.
Barely. Hold on a second.
They explode.
I recall a situation where I sent some werewolves after you guys named Fuck Around and Find Out. And they lasted less than 1 combat round?
I'm sorry, McNoll. I know this probably isn't how you wanted this to go.
All right. So Gideon...
Sorry, I was expecting Chris to botch it, so no.
So as Bones is trying to negotiate with these two at gunpoint, Gideon has been standing here, just eyes closed, hands out. Her eyes snap open. She points forward. A luminous, terrifying, you can feel it in your soul, arc of electricity leaps from both of her out-pointed fingers, striking the man in the robes directly in the chest. He flies back 4 feet and slams against the wall. The arc curls around in real time like a snake, tearing through Flint's flesh. She just burns. She burns like she was thrown into a cauldron of steaming gold. She falls to the ground, also dead. In the distance, you hear a very, very distinct silver bell ring, and then again. Everyone hears that. Everyone in the city hears it.
So yeah, because killing somebody alerts
It's bad.
the death
Yeah.
police,
Yeah,
the dust moon
and we
popo.
need to grab our stuff and get the hell out of
And-
here.
Yeah.
Gideon, as you see the two die before you, you know it does not matter what the spirit wardens do. Both of their ghosts will be after you now.
Do you just have like a little black book of all the ghosts in town who are upset with you?
Yeah. I'm counting on the other ghosts to defend me, though.
So, Bones grabs the artifact, and I believe everyone is now getting the fuck out of Dodge. Is
Yep.
the
Yeah.
vernacular.
Do we have time to grab anything else off the 2 bodies or no?
No, that's how people get caught. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Saying, do we have
I'm going to
time?
go
Otherwise-
ahead and tick this up too, by the way.
Yeah.
After that lightning
Yeah,
and
that
the
sounds
death
about right.
crows and all the fun stuff.
Yeah, we grab it and go.
Okay. Everyone on the ground floor, the commotion on the first floor is clamorous, and it's easy for you to walk out.
I sure hope
Everyone on the second floor, how are you getting out of here without getting caught?
I
At
climbed
this
down the way we
point-
came in.
You've probably got about 5 minutes before before Vels gets her top back on.
I have an idea if
Well, let's let these two go first. But yes, if other
Yeah.
people have suggestions, we can help them. But what do you
Right.
two think you should do to get out of this situation that you're in, that you've made for yourselves?
Yeah, I don't
Can
want to
we
help
just go
them.
down the. Can we just go down the rope that we used to get up?
Yeah, you have climbing gear. You just want to open a window and go down?
McNoll, you got a better suggestion or another way?
Well, I've got a second set of climbing gear. That means we can get out of here faster.
All right. The room you're in doesn't have any windows, but you dash across the hall to one on the outside. You get to it, and the windows on the third floor are locked, unlike the second.
I'm guessing the lightning didn't make a giant hole in the wall.
No, it was very
lightning.
controlled and very malicious.
Please tell me you have burglary stuff you can whip out.
I have enough points that yes, I do. Look at this. I have burglary stuff.
So you're going to try
Okay.
and finesse the lock
Yeah.
open?
Exactly, and I'm going to push myself there.
Okay. Give me a finesse roll, please. Do you want a doubles bargain, or you already just said you were pushing yourself?
Yeah, no, but that's a pair of 4s.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this all the way up for the failure there, for the partial success. The manor is definitely on high alert now. The sound of there's not a lot of noise from the windows swinging open, but someone, now that they're searching, like looking, notices the window is open. They notice long after you're gone, though. The two of you are on the street and making your way into a series of secret tunnels to get back to your headquarters. And that is the end of the heist of the embassy.
So who won the heist?
That was a mess.
What do you mean that was a mess?
It was a mess.
We
It was
got
a
out
beautiful mess.
with an extremely valuable artifact.
No, we got everything we needed. Yeah.
All goals
And 2 corpses
achieved.
on top of it.
As you're making your way through, you know that 2 spirit ravens are making their way into White Crown to point to where the murders just happened, and they will be identified as murders.
I have a question
All
about
right.
that process, actually.
Sure.
So when
What is
when
your
the
question?
bell rings, and I assume the bell is like central to this island or whatever.
Let me find where the death people are.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Is it just kind of like they just hone right in because they instantly know where it happened?
So Charter Hall Bellwether Crematorium is where the rookery for Deathseeker Crows is. So when someone dies, the spirit wardens, the bell rings, and a crow flies into the district. The spirit wardens then have to investigate. The spirit wardens are largely allowed by the rest. They all wear masks. It's completely anonymous. They are largely allowed to go about their business by all the other factions of the city because people don't like ghosts.
Yeah.
And their job is to go get the bodies, put death masks on them, and then burn them in the crematorium such that they cannot become ghosts. I can tell you right now that is not going to work for these two.
Yeah, they're
The
probably already ghosts and they're
ectoplasmic
already
release from the lightning has burnt through any attempt, has just burnt their souls directly into the fabric of the ghost field, and they will not be quiet after this.
So I'm more interested in the methods by which this process goes underway. How much time is there between a person dies and these guys arrive on the scene? Is it minutes or is it an hour?
30 minutes or less, or your soul's free.
Or your soul's back. Yeah.
It depends on how busy they are and what their weather is like and whether anyone had a plan that relied on that happening. Who knows? I'm going to say it probably usually happens within a day, but that's not a guarantee.
So when the bell goes off, we leave, but we don't. It's not like, oh shit, we're gonna have to do. It's not like Dock Wagon.
Oh, hold on. We've got some downside. We've got some formal end of the score to settle right now.
Oh no, I'm aware, but I mean during a scene, it's probably not an immediate concern. Okay.
It might be.
Yeah.
If that's important to the scene.
Okay. I'm just thinking. My analogy here is Dock Wagon, and Dock Wagon is always a problem because they're there instantly.
Right. The score. Let me go. All right. So now your group has aces and eights have completed a score. Let me go to the part where we talk about what happens. All right. So first we get a payoff. You earn 2 rep for your crew, as the underworld respects you more for robbing the consulate.
Oh, I guess I could. That's this. Okay.
All right. Let's see. This was a Amacio takes your document. He makes a copy of it, and he pays you. Coin based on the nature of the operation.
That was just his take. Yeah.
You get 4 coin. He pays you 4 coin for the information in addition to his requirement of making.
Oh. Question: if we don't have a vault, can we hold this?
No. You have to either spend it or give it to someone else, or someone has to take it.
Somebody should have it on their person. Okay.
Let's give it to Jorgen.
But hold on.
He's got to buy flowers.
Put it. Don't mark it off yet. Put it in there.
Okay.
Most districts have a crime boss that expects smaller crews to pay a tithe. I am going to say that your crew's tier is 0, so your tithe right now is 1 coin. If you don't want to pay it, we'll figure out what crime boss you're pissing off.
Didn't we decide last week that we didn't pay any coins to?
That is true.
Yeah, we kind of, because we had a couple of decisions which like, hey, pay a coin and you can have better reputation. And we're like, no, we're not giving up our coin.
We're professionals. Nobody owns us.
I'm voting
So
for
is that
not
gonna be our
paying
MO,
off.
or we just never pay anybody ever?
I think we shouldn't pay anybody ever unless we're getting something tangible that will help the crew. And I'm sorry,
So
a protection racket,
so
not
no,
good enough.
No racketeering. Yeah, we can defend ourselves.
Yeah.
We're ethical.
That's why we're professional. We don't racket.
We can't be bought.
I'd rather that coin go into somebody's pocket. Like we gotta take Jurgen out to the STD doctor this week. So
Someone go ahead and put that coin in their pocket, and I will figure out who you're pissing off. Who your boss? What crime boss?
I'm happy for Jurgen to have an extra coin. He looked
go ahead,
exhausted.
Go ahead and take it.
He.
I mean, now you're gonna have to pay
he's
for
gotta go
whining and
home.
dining her, so you need the money. She
All
doesn't
right.
look like a cheap date.
So, so I put 1 XP in that resolve. By the way, did I get any other XP?
We'll cover that. That's part of what I'm covering right now.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta figure out who you piss off. With
Okay,
that,
so that
point
coin
first.
is the counter.
You can delete both of those clocks, by the way.
I don't actually know if I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could do this to them. Oh no, that just puts them in my hand. That's
Did the building explode into a waterfall of spirit activity after we left?
It doesn't work. No, they just live there for now, forever now. Someone has to delete them.
Okay, that's a good one. All right.
You know, they could just. There we go.
Give me a second to look at these. All right, I just want to figure out who you're pissing off. Where's my reference? There we are.
Who aren't we pissing off?
The fun one. Let me make sure. So,
Candle is moving on its own, and I don't like it. The ghost.
Chris is pissed off the ghosts.
excellent. All right, here we go. This thing is annoying. I know my. Okay. Yep. So the crows, a mid-level faction, works outside of Crow's Foot. They expect you to pay up 1 gold, 1 coin for that. And because you didn't,
What's this? The crow's foot?
that's where they operate out of.
Okay, so. Oh, that didn't do anything.
Why is a gang in Crow's Foot trying to shake down a gang in 6 Towers? Like, it's not
I
even
can't
there.
actually edit this.
They're stupid.
Yeah. I tried to tick it down, but I can't.
Like,
We
Def-
now have this ongoing clock. I thought I named it.
Oh, it's locked. Yes.
That will indicate how long before the crows get pissed off if you continue to piss them off.
Sounds good.
So that's
What are the
second
consequences of that? Is that just it will tick down to -1?
Part.
Or-
Once that fills, they will go to they'll go to -1.
Oh, so it's like a fraction of a minus. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Hold on, I broke my PDF. I got a book in front of me. Why don't I just do that? So we did the payoff. Also, please, on your faction sheet, mark that you have a artifact from the Watching God of the Deeps.
Oh, what was here before? Can we undo? I tried to
Whoever
I tried
edited
to
it
click
has
on
to
this.
undo.
I accidentally deleted whatever was written here. Trying to move my screen. Who has the undo action on the table? Can we undo the state of this?
Only Destel can do that.
Oh God.
I should have saved before I hit that button.
Okay, no, that was bad. Because now everything is deleted.
Well, I don't know what was written there. It's still everything's deleted on this.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, everything is completely deleted on that.
I
Object.
can't go any further forward, so
I mean, we have
yeah, you have to
have
go
a
back to that screenshot now.
we have a screenshot.
And you have 4 coin and 2 rep.
Oh, you're right. I do have this screenshot. Hold on. Okay,
Yeah.
I can reproduce this. Oh yeah, I have everything
So-
right here.
It was our boat name
Okay.
was there.
One-eyed
Yeah,
Jack.
One-Eyed Jack. That's what it was. Pieces.
It's always a desperate moment when you push the undo button in Tabletop Simulator because you can never for
Yeah,
sure
I
know
probably
what's
shouldn't
about
do
to
that.
happen.
Yeah, maybe
This
never
sheet
again.
This sheet in particular is a little seems to be finicky. I'm gonna say that job got you 4 heat.
Yeah, that sounds
Loud
right.
and chaotic, high exposure. It was going well until the lightning happened.
It specifically says +2 heat if killing was involved.
Yes, so 6.
Oh. So like we have a there's like when do we narrate the scene where we make Chris's character sit in the corner for killing somebody?
Is that what you guys do? I
Listen,
thought
it
you
was
were a professional
scary.
criminal enterprise.
I mean,
Right. It's not so much it's not the moral act of killing, it's the heat.
Yeah. Also, killing isn't very professional.
No, it really isn't.
We had a boat. I think this is now up to date.
Listen, they were very scary people. Okay.
And then we can go into downtime. So that was everything with the score. Are
We
there
s-
any scenes people want to
did we
play
skip
off?
entanglements?
Are there any narrative scenes we want to play off before I go into how downtime works?
Did we skip entanglements?
I'm going to do entanglements as the first part of downtime.
Okay. So we picked 2 downtime actions from this list.
For downtime, you take any number of actions that aren't listed there, plus 2 downtime actions. You can spend a coin to gain an additional downtime action.
Where is this?
So anything
list
you
of
want to
downtime?
do that isn't the
there
downtime
we
action
go,
is
I
a
see.
restriction. Anything that is not on the list of downtime actions, you can do for free whenever you want within downtime.
Okay.
You get 2 downtime actions for the things that are listed, and then a coin lets you get a third. So if we don't want to do any narrative fallout from that heist, we want to handle that in like the next job, then we can just go right to entanglements and then downtime
Oh,
actions.
no, there's narrative fallout because Gideon killed
Yeah,
someone with
that's what I
lightning.
thought.
For sure,
Yeah.
Gideon gets a
Yeah.
talking to.
So Amenico just left.
Yep.
Very happy. He paid you for the information he got. Felt it was very good. He did hear the bells though. That's odd. Not often that you hear the bells in White Crown, especially.
Just, we're going to convince him
Odd, isn't
that
it?
that's a coincidence.
Must be. Must be. You're so good at your job. You have such a good reputation as professionals. Obviously, a simple smash and grab would never result in anyone dying if you were involved.
Wow.
And he smiles. And he leaves.
Did we
And
get
then it's just the 5 of you in your hideout with this hideous eye-shaped artifact.
Scarlett's going to look at the table and just kind of close her eyes and sigh and say, "Well, it wasn't Lele. She was with me. Which of you did it?"
I was in closet with scary lady.
He was
Oh,
doing
that
a
was
different kind
me.
of slaying.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
Just like
Well, what's your excuse, Ghost?
picture like the bushiest eyebrows just waggling up and down long after. Like it's still
doesn't-
waggling.
Jurgen,
It doesn't work on Scarlet.
Jurgen, please, under your character notes,
Yeah.
write Viez, V-I-E-Z, of the Dagger Isle Consulate is obsessed with me.
All right. Bize of the Dagger Island Consulate is obsessed.
Gideon, please,
Yeah.
under your player notes, right, I am permanently haunted by the spirits of Flint and Rinz. Flint is as it's sped, Rinz is Rinz, after killing them with lightning. I don't think anyone else had any devil's bargains that are going to literally come back to haunt them. I'm going to just do that. Because she's not there anymore.
Oh.
And who knows when a new friend or foe may appear for you.
I got rid of my foe, guys.
For now.
No, you didn't.
Sounds like
Did
they're
you
permanently
really?
haunting you.
They just follow you everywhere you go now.
Yeah. They're gonna whisper in your ear constantly, like, "Remember that thing you did 10 years ago that was embarrassing?"
Can
Remember
you
that time you killed me?
say we
So, yeah,
definitely
you
give
guys are-
Gideon a talking to?
Yeah.
So I guess the question would be for Bones. Like, ask Bones, was there another way to neutralize that threat?
No, there absolutely was. And
Was there?
yes, could have just taken what we wanted and been on our way.
But then we would have a demon summoner. I don't actually know who Renz was, and another person constantly after us. So, well, also destroying souls. I draw the line someplace.
My understanding of the situation, from what you've taught me yourself, Ghost, is that they will be haunting you forever now, and not just some of the time. Is that really a good trade?
Souls?
Oh, I hope your soul is part of that bargain too.
More.
Listen, I would rather be haunted than having innocent souls be destroyed permanently.
And you would put our organization at risk through that desire.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, you're putting us at risk by assuming you have that.
It's better for us if a couple of souls get destroyed than we come home with +2 heat.
She stands up and looks at Ghost and says, "Amateur," and leaves the room.
Oof. So I have a question. Can you
Yeah.
take the same downtime action more than once?
Yes.
I think an effective punishment for Gideon is it's on Gideon to reduce the heat. If she's got to
Oh, I was
take
thinking about
reduce
doing
heat
that,
as twice.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the. Is there anything else you want to cover from this heist?
Well, I wanted to. We have to find a buyer for this artifact, and I'm thinking we can just approach
Right.
the
That
spark
could be
rights.
that's sort of its own ongoing thing. Like that doesn't have to be because you did get paid, and you
Mhm.
do have that. Oh, and also be sure to write down the document you have. On
I
your-
did.
The one you copied.
Yeah, document. Ambassador Slane
Ooh.
sold a bogus artifact to the Spark Rights. So not only do we have
Yep.
the real artifact they wanted, we also have proof that Slane sold them the bogus one.
Do we zero out
Knowingly.
our stress?
No.
You do not.
All right. So entanglements.
Oh, what is that?
Entanglements are here to represent the group's ongoing rough and tumble lifestyle as criminals.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to go ahead and start with the default is that we roll them in the open. Some groups like to roll them in secret and then like bring them to the front as they come up, but I'm just going to go ahead. So I believe you have heat. Is that 4 dots in heat?
We have 6.
Oh, it's
That's
6.
6 dots
We have-
in
we
heat.
have
You
Boy.
told us 4, and then you said 2 more, and then you said 6.
I thought
Well,
the
yes,
4
because you killed
murdered
someone.
somebody.
I thought the 4
If
included
you had
the people
just
we
gotten
killed.
in and out without killing someone, you'd probably have gotten out of there with 2 dots.
Destel, I did not kill
Uh-huh.
someone. I killed 2 people.
That's true.
So
Just
we're
probably
on-
give you an extra dot.
So it's
But...
are we at 8 now?
Okay.
No.
So heat 6 plus, I roll 6 dice. And on the heat 6 plus table.
Roll a bunch of 1s.
Is
Embrace
that,
your inner Chris.
Oh, there's some ones, but
Look at all them sixes.
I mean,
All right, entanglements. The 2 ones are flipped or interrogated.
are high numbers good for us or bad for us?
Bad.
No, they're bad. All right. So, during the ongoing weeks after that score, Gideon, the Bluecoats interrogate you about the murders. You can either pay them off with 3 coin, or they will beat you up. Or you can tell them what they want to know, which will increase your heat.
Okay, so here's my question.
Uh-huh.
If I use for entanglements, it says after the payoff, roll dice equal to your wanted level.
Oh,
And
you're
then
right.
the result.
Yeah,
We don't
it's
have a
not. I
wanted
thought it was
level.
heat, but it's wanted level. Your wanted level is currently 0, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what's
My
the
bad.
difference?
Okay, that seemed really severe. I shouldn't have had so
Yeah.
much joy. Here's the actual
I was gonna
correct roll. It's the lower of these. It's a 2. It's the same thing I was just describing. Gideon, the blue coats drag you into one of their stations and tell them that they think that you murdered 2 people in the consulate. Here are your options. You can pay them off with money. 3 coin is an adequate bribe. They can beat you up, which is a level 2 harm. Or you can tell them what they want to know for +3 heat.
How do we get rid of harms?
Downtime actions. Takes multiple ticks of that 4-tick clock to get rid of a harm. You have to go through that 4-tick clock. If you have like a physiker or something, or someone in your party is capable of is a surgeon or something that can help with it. It's a bunch of rolls. It's time consuming.
Oh, well, we have coin. Who wants
We're
me
not
to
giving
not
you
pay
our
coin?
coin.
Yeah, you
We're
can't.
not giving you your.
You're not using our coin to buy off your heat.
We would
What is
end
the
up
group's
having.
heat?
We
If
would
you
end
talk,
up
you just-
lower than 0.
You
We
can also
yeah.
resist the harm. You can't use armor, but you can use probably prowess.
I think my opinion wasn't asked for, but while we're like, okay, we're giving Gideon this talking to. We're like, if you get picked up, you need to take the beating. We're not buying
Which is
you out
fine,
of this, and we don't want to eat any more heat. So if the Bluecoats pick you up, you just need to roll over and let them sock one on you. Because that's
Which is fine as long as it doesn't affect our next heist, which it will.
well, everything we do is going to affect our next
Everything
heist.
will affect everything.
So would you like them? What do you want to do? It sounds like your compatriots are not allowing you to bribe the Bluecoats for this
We're
murder.
locking the vault.
So
We're revoking your
Um,
access.
Would you like
Gideon
to-
doesn't talk.
you don't talk, so they're going to beat you up. I would
Gideon
say you
doesn't
could
talk.
either use. Let's say you either use resolve or prowess, your choice, to resist this.
Oh,
If you
that's
want to
the same.
resist it.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist. They're the same though.
Which one are you using?
We're gonna use resolve.
All right, so the Bluecoats. Just one day you're walking down the street and 3 Bluecoats grab you, and they drag you into a quiet alleyway. There's a man there. He is wearing highly formal clothes. Introduces himself as Inspector Morriston. Inspector Morriston. Very well kept, very well put together. He tells you that he's investigating an electrocution death. Very strange to have the Ghost Field act up like that by 2 people in the consulate of all places. You can imagine the people that are breathing down my neck when an entire separate foreign power is involved. You wouldn't happen to have anything to say about that electrocution, would you, Miss?
Sounds like somebody was trying to summon a demon and it went wrong.
Miss Gray, the Gray, according to this paperwork. He has your papers on. The Bluecoats took your papers from you. Really, summoning. Okay. Just to resist and drop that to a level 1. Beaten in the streets, physical harm.
Yeah, drop me from the table.
Tickles.
And that's the end of the entanglement. So now you have your downtime actions.
I have to reboot Tabletop Simulator first.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and save this tabletop.
We're just looking at a black
Probably a
screen
good
for the
idea.
moment. There we go. Join. Oh, I do not see the table now.
You broke it.
I broke
Everything's
it.
ruined forever.
Like the table's still up, right? I just can't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was up.
You're just getting...
Great.
I see you're disconnected. I haven't seen you reconnect.
I can't find the table in the server browser. I see all these
Oh,
other
okay,
fun games that I can see.
Filter to friends.
Yeah, it's empty. There it is. There, it popped up. All right, connecting.
Oh, there you are.
I usually don't have to put up with
All
that
right, so we-
mess.
Each scoundrel gets 2 downtime actions and can spend coin for a third. You can also do any number of things that are not downtime actions. So let me go ahead and, during downtime. So let me go ahead and describe the downtime actions. Acquiring an asset. A lot of these will be using clocks to show progression over time. So acquiring an asset would be like building something. Actually, that might be its own thing. That's a long-term project. Acquiring an asset is like trying to go and get a thing that you can then write on your character sheet, like having good equipment, hiring people, getting a service like a warehouse or temporary use. You would normally need to do this for Oh, wait, hold on. There was one other thing I have to talk about. EXP. Let's do that. I'll describe the downtime action and we'll do that. Sorry, there isn't a good
Get a little-
page here on what order you do things
Yeah.
at the end of the score. So long-term project, this is where you like build something, investigate something. This would have you taking up a number of clocks based on some rolls to accomplish something over a long period of time. Recover is how you remove harm. Recovery is like a long-term project. The healer, which would be either a PC with a Physiker ability or an NPC, rolls Tinker, and you mark a number of segments on your healing clock based on the roll. When your healing clock is full, reduce each instance of harm on your sheet by 1 level, and then clear the clock. You may heal yourself if you have Physiker, but you take 2 stress to do so. Recovering, character takes the action. The healing does not cost someone else's downtime if they are the healer. Reduce heat. You describe what your character is doing, and then you make a roll. You reduce 1, 2, 3, or 5 heat depending on the roll. Train. You mark 1 EXP on an attribute or playbook. If you have the appropriate training unlocked from your crew, mark 2 total. Indulge a vice. This is how you get rid of stress. When you indulge your vice, you clear some stress. Your vice determines what you have to do in world to do this. A vice roll is a resistance roll in reverse. Rather than gaining stress level, you clear stress levels. The effectiveness depends on your character's worst attribute rating. It's their weakest quality: insight, prowess, or resolve. Make an attribute roll using your worst attribute. Clear stress equal to the highest die result. Overindulgence. If you overindulge, bad things happen. So if you clear more stress than you have, you either attract attention, bring heat on your crew, wander off in a daze for a few ways, or you end up with cut off by your purveyor and have to find a new vice purveyor. And if you cannot indulge in your vice, you take stress equal to your trauma. That's the entirety of downtime. So let me talk about EXP real quick. People already were not marking EXP as they were taking desperate actions. You also can right now claim, we'll go around the table, just like Blips, EXP for your, it's your background, your heritage, and I think there's one other thing. And those EXP can go into any of these categories. For the playbook is to get into a special ability. Once you get enough EXP, you can put an additional dot in something.
Okay, so we gain 6 EXP
in a category to increase any of those skills.
Got it.
Is there a limit? Like, I think the limit is 3 right now, right?
The limit, I believe, is... Let me look at the crew sheet real quick. I think the limit is... Yeah...
There's something on the crew sheet that I want to say.
Yeah, there's some... Let me just find the EXP section. One sec. Actually, is it on my quick reference? Sorry, I thought I had all this in front of me and I don't. But, oh, my stupid EF viewer crashed. Search this. Okay, here we go. 48. Okay. Each playbook has a EXP trigger, expressing a belief, drive, heritage, or background, and struggled with issues from your vice or trauma. Those are the things that you can claim. Any of those can go into any of your fields. Crew advance, and then we also do this for the crew. So let's go ahead, Brick, or actually, Jorgen, you're to my left.
Okay. So I had 1 XP for making a desperate thing.
Yep. Would you like to? So let's see here. There's a cutter specific one, I believe is X right here.
Oh, every time you roll a desperate action, mark an XP. At the end of each session, you address a challenge with violence or coercion. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. You struggle with issues from your vice or traumas. Listen, I approached, like, his vice is drink, fight, and love.
Yeah, I can deal with that. And you definitely will have issues with that. So go ahead and take 1 EXP with that. Did you want to pull any of the others? Let me see.
Well, I did... Let's see, violence or coercion.
I would call that coercion. I'd say you got 2.
Okay.
1 for your vice and 1 for addressing a problem. 1 for your playbook and 1 for your vice. So go ahead and put those into any of the categories.
Oh yeah, I'll just put them in.
All right. Layla.
So am I claiming 1 of these, or can I claim all 3 of these? I didn't roll it under a desperate action at all.
Right. You can claim any of these, and you can get 2 if it came up a lot.
I absolutely expressed my belief. I expressed the belief that we had a target of information and an artifact, get in and get out, and 2 seconds later, Scarlet snaps a lockpick in a desk looking for loose change, I guess?
No, I was looking for your documents in case you failed.
No, I had understood that as you were looking for gold.
No, absolutely not. I don't care about gold. I said there's a desk. It's locked. I bet the documents you want are in there, and that's why I tried.
Okay, and did you
open it.
struggle with your vice or anything like that?
I did not.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead and
Vice
put
didn't
1
come up.
EXP wherever you would like.
I'm looking at my special abilities to see if I like any more of them. So how many XP do I have to put in my playbook before I can gain one of these abilities?
8.
8. Okay.
Bones, how are we doing?
Sorry, I'm having to deal with some issues here. I apologize. Yeah, no. We fostered a dog for the weekend, and it's not going the best.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Can you move on for me for a minute?
Sure,
for a
I can
moment?
come back. Scarlet, your playbook is always upside down for me.
When you hold Alt, it flips it right side out. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Welcome to this side of the table where I have to look at it from this angle. Let's see here.
So you address the challenge with stealth or evasion.
Yeah.
You
So I
extract your
tried
belief.
to. Oh, sorry. So Scarlet tried to find a safe route. She used stealth to do that. She also tried to neutralize the alarm with the Spirit Bane charm. So I would claim that those are both stealth based. So I would state 2.
I think you did enough sneaking around that I can give you. I think you can get 2 there from that one.
You expressed your beliefs, drives her heritage or background. She's a noble. She treats everybody else with disdain and scorn. She called Gideon an amateur. She told Lile after Scarlet failed to open the lock and was insulted by her that she hoped she knew the way out. So I'll claim 1 for that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do 1 with that, and
No,
then
certainly not
struggled
2.
with vice or trauma.
That hasn't happened yet, so I can't claim
Okay.
that.
So go ahead and put 3 into whatever you want. And I believe you already got 1 for a desperate resolve, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do this.
Gideon, how are we doing today?
We're doing great.
All right.
Those bruises.
You
healing
address
up.
a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. Just take those 2. You earned it. Expressing belief, heritage, or background.
Yeah, I think that demon summoners are bad and people destroying spirits are really bad.
I can give you 1 for that. And then struggled with issues of your vice or trauma. Your vice is weird, so.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to say yes, especially.
I would
seeing
say
the
that your
cosmic
obsession
horror.
with making sure that someone doesn't destroy ghosts to the point of murder, I can give you a vice point for that.
Yeah. So what's that? 3 or 4 XP total?
I think that was 4, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead and put 4 in any of these categories.
Okay.
We good, McDowell? You back with us, or dog problems?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So, did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy? I think you did that at least twice.
Yeah, 'cause
Between the
I
various
do-
flashbacks where you coordinated people.
Yeah, like weaponizing.
Yep.
Weaponizing Jurgen's libido.
Yeah, and you also pointed Gideon right at the artifact. Shame what
Yep.
happened once she was pointed there, but you pointed her there. You expressed your beliefs, drives, or background.
Didn't really come up that I can think of.
Okay. And then you struggled with issues from a vice or trauma.
Also didn't come up either.
Okay. So go ahead and
Well,
put 2 points wherever you would like.
We did use McDowell's character to find a lot of information at the start of it with his connections and spider.
Yeah, that's where we got the 2 points for the
Okay.
conspiring with people. All right, and then everyone has 2 downtime actions and can buy a 3rd with a coin.
What does it take to replace my charm that burnt up?
That, because that's standard equipment, that doesn't even require an action.
Oh, okay. So I could just take out this note then.
Yeah, that was just out of commission for the score. I'm gonna say that. But meanwhile, back at the hideout, Gideon is busy as part of her penance for bringing so much heat down on her, she also, not at any cost to you, has to repair the mundane, the spirit charms that got burnt out.
Okay. Then yeah, I know what my downtime needs to be.
All right, what are your downtimes going to be?
Let me pull up the list here. We're going to indulge in a vice to start things off. Because bad things happen if you can't do that.
You can't do that if you're cut off from a fail. Like, the reason to do that is to reduce stress.
Right.
The bad things only happen if you physically, like, it's assumed you're doing this a little bit on the side. This is more going in heavy.
Mhm.
The if you can't is if you, like, get cut off and don't find a new vice proprietor.
Well, it says if you do not
That's a
or
consequence.
cannot indulge your vice, you take stress equal to your trauma.
I think that's
No,
if you.
but yeah, you have no trauma.
Well, I had no trauma at the moment, but I'm going to indulge in my vice. So I'm making 1d6
yes.
roll, reducing stress by that much.
Your worst attribute, so it's going to be a d6 minus 1,
A d6 minus 1?
because both insight and prowess are 1.
Yes. Roll dice equal to your lowest attribute. Where's the minus 1 coming from?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's that number of dice, so you get 1 die.
Yeah, that's okay. That's how I would read it.
That
So-
makes more sense. Yeah, sorry, it's because the resistance works differently than everything else in the rule set. My bad.
So I rolled a 5, so I'm just cutting down 5 stress. That's all.
Yep,
That's
you just
happening.
lose 5 stress. Do you have a second downtime action you'd like?
Yes. Let me take the stress out first. Were we in agreement that Gideon needs to be reducing heat?
Gideon needs to heal.
Like, this is definitely a UP, not an MP.
Well, yeah, that's great, but Gideon needs to heal.
I mean, she also has a burnt hand. That is still reduced effect for successes.
Yeah. So I'm working under the assumption that we're never going to have enough downtime actions to do everything. That's part of the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long-term
You
project.
can spend gold. You can spend a coin to get another downtime action.
I don't have a coin to spend.
We got 4 in the bank.
I'm going to go for a long-term project. I'm not going to worry about my burned hand. Like that, we'll just leave
Okay.
that go.
What's
for
your
now.
long-term project? What do you want to do?
We're trying to establish a casino.
Oh, cool.
That's like the goal of that's our like big end
Yeah.
goal. So try to get a casino opened up here, a gambling den, I guess. So long-term action is going to be setting up the. Well, let me read what this says. It says roll a trait and mark 1 segment on a project clock per level. So
I have made you a project clock.
great. Is that this 8 pi here? Yeah.
Yep. What trait do you think would contribute to establishing this casino?
Absolutely go with sway. Because step 1 is
I
going
think that's
to
reasonable.
Yeah, step 1 is going to be convincing people out and about that whatever poker dens or like whatever places gaming spots are here currently are not up to snuff, and we can do better. Y'all deserve a better class of degenerate in 6 Towers. So I'm rolling these and then marking it on the project clock.
Yeah.
All right. I have a 4.
How many segments does that fill on the clock?
2 segments.
Half of them?
Two
Alright.
segments.
What have I done? It's not what I wanted to do.
Oh, is this? I see.
It's that 3 is the 2 segments filled. They're -1.
That put it in my
I
hand.
got it. There we go.
when I
Okay.
Right
pushed
click
it.
and go to state.
Yes.
Yeah. The first state is empty, so yeah.
There we go. Okay.
It has some.
I'm just gonna lock
And
that.
the
for
name
now.
got erased somehow.
That's fine. Well, because the name, it's different name on each state, I think.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, now it's just gone. Where did it go? What happened to it?
It vanished. I tried to go back to the first state to see what the name was, and then
You went back to the state of it is just not there.
yeah, we'll just leave it right there, and I'll just put it in state
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
And then I'll give it the name.
Okay.
Casino Clock.
Braz, what would you like to do for downtime actions?
Oh, I have to vice because my stress is full.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your
I have a-
weakest attribute.
I have a 1 in insight, so we'll roll this. Oh, 4.
and
Okay,
then
that's not
recover
bad.
4 stress.
Uh,
And now we have a second downtime action.
I'm tempted to do it again.
Yep. Just remember, you can't overindulge. It's not very likely right now, but you'd have to roll a 6, right?
5 or 6. How
Oh,
many
yeah.
pips do I have? No, I think I better do it again because I'm still
Okay.
only at half. So, well, I overindulged, but I do empty it out completely, right?
What's your
Believe
vice?
so. Let me get the
Okay.
overindulgement.
So Scarlet spends time with her ghost boyfriend, who is actually a person, but his spirit is basically trapped in a crystal. So I get to pick. Where is the list of this? Because I was looking at this.
I feel like that was
I
an
think I
episode
have
of
to
Black
attract
Mirror.
trouble. Yeah. So Bragg seemed that would be really bad. Lost doesn't appeal to me because I don't want to roll up into character, and Tapped is absolutely not an option because like that's the fast track to like this character will leave the game. So attract trouble. Let's go for that. She spends a lot of time there and draws some attention from, I don't know, maybe a noble that's like sees that she's coming home late.
So
Or
the
somebody-
entanglement.
Somebody notices she's been out late a lot lately. That's my best guess for you.
All right. So here's what happens. You avoid the entanglement. There's
Oh,
nothing,
nice.
no consequence. No one of consequence notices this.
Okay, good. She sneaks back in her window and leaves it open, and she realizes that the next day, but nobody else noticed.
Brick, would you like to narrate any of the stuff for your relieving stress?
Oh, I just come back wearing more jewelry.
Yep.
I've
Got it.
As part of my downtime, are we allowed to like buy our third one after everybody else has? I'm worried about this heat situation and that Chris is.
Yeah,
gonna fall
I don't.
through.
This is pretty freeform. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
Gideon,
If
what
that
do you want to
happens,
do?
we'll talk about that later.
Gideon needs to indulge in a vice to start with.
Okay. So I see a 2 as your weakest. So go ahead and roll 2 dice.
You're only a little bit.
What is your
beaten.
vice? Your vice is weird. You go to a horror shop of weird
Really
magical
weird
bullshit.
vices.
Weird magical bullshit. It's basically his character.
There's a fetish in a jar he really likes.
I rolled a 6 and a 4.
All right, so you relieve 6 stress. Do you want to narrate that at all?
Listen, some things are just better left unknown.
Yeah, we don't want to know
Just
what Gideon's
off-screen.
doing in his downtime.
Just completely off screen. Yep.
He leaves.
Okay, and
he's
you've got
gone for
another
2
downtime
days.
action.
All right, so if I want to heal, I roll dice and then I get that number towards the heal clock.
No, it's based on the. There's a chart to look it up. It's not that number. So right now,
Oh,
which of the
yeah,
2
1, 4.
harms do you want to try and heal?
You get treatments.
Yeah, where's treatment?
Now it says when you fill a clock, each harm is reduced by 1 level. Is that all your harms on one?
Oh, I
clock?
guess that would be all your harms then. Yeah.
Or
okay,
is
so you don't
it
have
each
to.
harm gets a clock?
So you would have to
I
get
don't
a
know.
critical success to completely heal your harms here. If you're
Yeah.
looking at a 6, you're moving that recover clock by 3. Is what this is
Yeah.
saying.
Where I'm looking at recover, I see treatment. Where you see the
Get treatment to tick your healing clock like a long-term
Oh, okay.
project.
Where does the word treatment appear? That's a bolded word. I don't know what that's.
yeah, no. In the description for a lot of these, it says like 1 to 3 is a 1, 4 to 5 is 2, but for recover, it doesn't say that. It just says get
Yeah, it
treatment
does.
to tick your healing clock.
It says like a long-term project. So 1 to 3 is 1, 4 and 5 is 2, 6
Yeah.
is 3, critical is 5.
Oh,
that
I
right?
see.
What
Okay,
is that?
yeah. No, that makes sense. Got it. Thank you.
So go ahead. How are you finding counseling for the exposure to the enormity of the universe versus your own tiny, insignificant soul, and also having been beaten in the street by the cops?
Well, the beaten thing, I just need to rest for that. The cosmic horror, probably while I was doing my vice stuff, somewhere in the same area.
Yeah, so as a level tier 0 crew, you roll 1 die for treatment.
Actually, for the cosmic horror, I went to a poetry slam, and I got on stage and recited poetry.
Was it cosmic horror related poetry?
It was to help deal with the cosmic horror.
Well, of course it was.
Oh, darkness.
What was the
Small
poem's
pieces
topic?
we are.
Yeah, there we go. You can be beaten into pulp, but not in a way that matters to the universe.
So I guess that's a 4. Do I take the lowest roll of the 2, or?
Why are you rolling 2?
Once you roll your lowest.
No, that's for stress.
That's for fights, yeah.
For this, it's the tier of your crew. That's the access you have to healers.
Okay.
So roll 1 die.
1 die. So.
This should technically be 2 die and take the lowest. I just forgot and let other people roll 1 die. So roll 1 die.
That's a 5.
So a 5 is 2 ticks.
Oh,
okay. Was that 2 actions for everyone except so we got McDowell, did you go yet?
I have not gone yet.
All right.
I also haven't gone.
Okay. Where are you in McDowell?
Well, I think I'm going to indulge in Vice first, because holy crap, Oli.
Your lowest is a 1, so go ahead and roll 1 die.
Off to the toad races. Yeah.
Clear 4 stress.
Yep.
And then you have a second downtime action. I know no one has reduced heat.
That was Gideon's job.
That's because you hadn't come to me yet.
Okay.
And I can't help but notice that Chris hadn't reduced heat either, so...
Of course he did, right?
Listen, I was beaten.
So how would you... Are you doing the reduce heat for your second one?
We can also spend a coin to do that, remember that.
I got the heat. I got the heat. Jurgen volunteers to take care of the heat if you want to.
No,
Also, remember, you can also train with a downtime action, just add an XP.
Yeah, that'd be great if we had enough actions.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna take an XP then.
And you could put 2 if it's in prowess because of your crew type.
Really?
Yeah, you have prowess training. It by default is shadows.
Oh, neat. I'll take that.
And finally, Jurgen.
All right, Jurgen is going to use his first downtime action to take care of some stress.
Yep.
And how many dice do I roll?
What is your lowest? 1.
I just roll 1 dice. Okay.
Yep. So stupor. So you are going to a drug den.
All right. So I rolled a 1. So
you
I guess
heal 1 stress.
All right. My second downtime action is the heat.
Yep. So how are you reducing heat? What action are you taking?
I'm going to spread rumors. I'm basically going to spread rumors to people. What's the name of that gang that we owe money to?
The Crows.
Okay, I'm going to spread rumors through people that I know are gossips, so that it gets back to Sergeant Rowan, the racist blue cloak, who doesn't like me. That that gang is the one that killed. That they had a botched job in that area, and they accidentally killed somebody.
Okay. I mean, I think that's probably consort, right? Or sway.
I don't know.
Is the intent of a rumor to convince or just to spread the information? Because if it's just to spread, I would say that's consort.
Try to muddy the water.
Yeah. Although in this case it doesn't matter; they're both 0. So
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
come on, double sixes. No.
That's a 1.
So a 1 on reduced heat is clear 1 heat.
Okay.
I will do that. There we go. So
And then I'm going to spend my 1 coin that everybody graciously gave me for my sexual prowess. Does that make me a prostitute?
Yes.
Yes.
question mark?
And I'm going to do the same thing again.
Okay. Do you want to do it the same way, or do you want to try something else to get the blue coats off your back?
Is there some way you can like beat somebody up with skirmish?
Yeah.
Just draw their
You
attention.
could like
I would like to.
You could try and cause a commotion if you're trying to pin all of this on another gang.
Yeah,
You could.
that's
I could
what I
see
was-
using skirmish to
I'm
cause a
going to-
commotion in another gang's territory.
Yeah, I would like to do that and like cause basically a street fight essentially,
Yeah.
where I loudly declare that they're responsible for
The death
killing
of Flint.
Yeah,
All right,
my dear friend Flint.
go ahead and roll it.
Is that just 2? I just rolled 2 dice, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, you got 2 in skirmish.
It's
A
a
4 is 2 heat, I believe.
All right.
I think that's acceptable for.
All right, and finally, the last thing, the crew gets EXP. So I would say that you executed a successful theft operation. So go ahead and take 2 EXP.
Okay. We can apply this anywhere.
Oh no, this goes on this sheet here. The crew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'd say they were at your current station. No one there was particularly powerful. Did you bolster your reputation as professionals by murdering someone on a smash and grab?
What's the next
Uh,
one on the list here?
I got laid
And
during the
express
job.
the goals, drives, inner conflict, or central nature of the crew.
Inner conflict. We definitely did
I
that.
think I'll give you inner conflict for another EXP. Yeah.
I think there are certain people in the gang that don't like each other.
I
It
feel like
was-
I was very professional. I got professionally laid. No,
See, here's
Okay,
here's
and
the
that
problem.
is a score.
Lele likes Gideon fine. She just thinks like his obsession with weird ghost shit keeps messing up jobs. Meanwhile, she thinks Scarlett's a professional. She's just a bitch. Doesn't want to work with her.
Oh, that's correct. Absolutely correct.
Actually, Lele's taken aback that you managed to leave a lockpick behind at the scene. Like that's
No, I don't think she left a lockpick, but it certainly broke. her.
I know. I just said it was broken. I don't think she left
Yeah.
it.
oh.
Yeah.
Still kind of a uncharacteristic fumble from Scarlett.
No, well,
All right.
I'm rolling all ones today, man. Like, what
Give me
can
a
I do?
minute to finish my notes. So that's the score. That is a full. Generally, you want to do like one of those a session. It is 3:30 for me now. How are people feeling?
I'm starving. I need.
Yeah, I
one
mean,
soon.
we definitely need a break. Do people want to come back and try and do another score, or just is that it for today?
Oh, we wouldn't
I
have
think
time to get through a whole score. We might have
Yeah.
time to get through like a setup of one if we want to take a break now. And
How
Okay,
how fragmented
the-
can these be? Like,
It's
rather
probably
do
better
pause.
to do the actual score part all at once. Like it might make sense to do some like light role playing and setting things up. So part of this is also like, as a group, figuring out what the next score is. So I would say let's go ahead and do a break here. Come back, talk a bit about the next score. I have some stuff prepped, but you might also want to start like working on this faction game towards acquiring more turf or bolstering your reputation. You might want to work on stuff towards this casino goal or individual goals or dealing with the trauma and fallouts of your previous scores. So let's go ahead and just do the normal, is it 15-minute break?
yeah,
15
it's like
minutes, yeah.
15 minutes.
Sure. All right.
Great. See you in a bit.
Uh,
Should we have done something different when we reduced heat? Because that's like our group special ability.
I was just looking at how wanted level escalates. It's pretty funny. Wanted level 1 is worth a month or 2 incarceration. Wanted level 2 is worth several months. Wanted level 3 is a year or 2. So all 3 of those wanted levels, they're like a misdemeanor, right? Wanted level 4, life or execution. Oh, okay.
Oh, but yeah, no, it's like, does this mean when you reduce heat on the crew, you take plus 1d? Does that mean roll an additional die?
I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
That's what that means. Did we do that? Did we do
no,
that?
we
right?
didn't. We didn't.
I made a sandwich. I am back.
We forgot to implement our slippery ability when we were reducing heat.
And also entanglements. but kind of already got the minimum result on that anyway. So
Yeah, your entanglements were fine. Go ahead and roll a second. You did just go ahead and roll 2 more die for reducing heat. You got 1 heat and 2 heat on your first 2 rolls. So see if either of those improve.
Trouble, are you here?
Yeah, I'll be back. Yep.
I'm here. Yeah, I just.
Go ahead and roll another die. First for the 1 heat. The result where you got 1 heat.
That would just put that up to, because I had 0 die on that one, so that would just make that one a.
Oh.
I just.
Well, yeah. Go ahead and roll. Just go on and roll another die.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So
that's the
same
same.
result.
And then roll another die, and we'll for the
And
second
then-
one.
And for the second one, I rolled 2 die, and the second one was a 3.
Yeah. So okay.
So I forgot what I got on the. I got a 2, so we get to reduce that by 1 more. We lost 1 more heat because I rolled a 2. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I have updated that.
Can we
I'm gonna
just
finish my pork chop sandwich.
Can we just agree to let Gideon get beat up after every heist? Because that worked for me.
It did seem appropriate. The other thing we can do with entanglements is roll them in secret, and then I work them into the scenes as they go. I don't know which you'd prefer.
I'd rather roll
can
them
go
in the
either way.
open to
Yeah, that seems clear.
keep the game mechanics all kind of up front.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the first person to get arrested?
Definitely gonna
Scarlet
be
or Gideon, probably. Is Raz back? Are we still waiting on people? I didn't set a time. So I see Raz away. So.
Raz went into the other room and now lays unconscious under a pile of squishmallows that has fallen on top of him.
That's probably how we're gonna get where he dies, buried under his mountain of squishmallows.
Yeah.
I think he'd be okay with that, to be honest.
Like, what a way to go.
He died as he lived.
Covered in squishmallows.
Yeah. I know somebody who he always said like he wanted to die doing the thing he liked the most, which was having sex. And that's how he died.
Nice.
Was
Good
not so
for
great.
him.
Good for him, not for his partner. Apparently that is incredibly traumatizing. You would expect, as you would expect.
Tyrion Lannister famously answered the question of how he would like to die with a belly full of wine and a whore's mouth around my cock at the age of 80.
Yep.
Best possible answer.
Not for the whore.
Assuming she got paid beforehand. Or could just take whatever she wants out of his pockets after he's dead.
What is the Nazteca plate's deal? Sorry,
It's just out there
I
being
did not had,
fantastic.
I had not had Discord open because I was using my other thing. I'm now catching up on image memes.
It's like, yeah, see, I knew that Europe and Asia aren't two continents. They're just... Who are they trying to fool over there?
Everyone else in the world.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
You would think Europe would want to be part of Asia, the oldest and largely culturally relevant part of the world. Right? You like think part of being part of the same basic social structure as like China and India would be something you'd want.
Or India is a different
Not
continent.
Europeans.
Indian is its own continent.
That's
Because
true.
it's on its own plate.
Yep. Okay, you're right. Subcontinent Israel.
Sounds to me like scientists just don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like geologists.
Yeah, just...
Man, can you imagine like what, like an argument in like the geology, like... I wonder if like, that's something that they come to blows with about, like, what the exact definition of certain things are.
Well, the answer to that
I know
question
that-
is that the definition changes depending on what context you're using the word.
Yeah, I do know that there's like there's like several literature things that like you get like lit scholars for like a specific author will come to blows over like certain interpretations of their of like the reading, and it's funny. It's funny every time.
I'll bet those fights are very fun to watch.
Oh, people just don't talk about the gorillas.
I got Digimon open on my Steam Deck. Been getting a lot of use out of my Steam Deck this last month, ever since Tactics came out.
Yep.
But I got it on there, and like there are three. There's like three kinds of Digimon. There's creature, robot, hot woman. That's it.
No, that checks
Sounds
out.
Japanese.
Pick two.
Like, and then like there's sub things like, is the creature a dinosaur? Is the creature a poop? Do they have guns? Is the thing a gun? Is the creature a gun?
The creature might be a gun.
Deputy Mon is fucking hilarious. It's like, I am a gun who wields two more guns. Also, I have a cowboy hat on. It's amazing.
I was just waiting on Raz.
Yep. I'm finished with my pork chop sandwich.
How was it?
It was really good. It was a very good sandwich.
Glad to hear
It was a really good pork chop, and then I had like a knob of cheddar that I just threw on top of it and melted it.
Of course.
Of course. I have steak that'll be done in like 10 minutes.
How come video games give achievements but books don't? Why can't we get book achievements?
I'm pretty
Was
sure
it
that
Audible?
website exists.
Yeah, I'm surprised Audible hasn't added achievements actually.
That website probably does exist, and if it doesn't, that's $1 billion
Is
idea.
that just Goodreads?
You're right. It is just Goodreads.
Oh, is it? Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Reddit thread. Are there any websites like Goodreads with reading achievements or badges?
I wouldn't read more.
Well,
Just
Goodreads is
Kindle.
more like backloggery for.
No, is
Kindle
that how
might
people
have
use it?
badges.
Okay.
It's backloggery is what it is.
You just got to make your own achievements, I guess.
That seems
Audible
bad.
achievement for a smut book: listen in public space.
Audible would like permission to your GPS. Do you agree?
listen in a public space without on your speakerphone. Like it detects whether you got the speakerphone on and the volume all the way up.
It's funny. Oh, I haven't read any good smut in a while. It's been a minute.
I don't enjoy it when I'm reading a somewhat serious tone book and then all of a sudden there's just a random smut sex scene for no real good reason.
I mean, the reason is that sex is fun.
Yeah, but it breaks the tone.
What if the
you're
tone
going for in the book?
Yeah, what if the tone is reason to have sex?
Well, that's fine if it's that kind of book. I'm talking about when it's not that kind of book.
Well, if it's not that kind of book, then it's not smut. I feel like Chris has not read quality smut before.
I do not go in search of quality smut audiobooks. That's true.
I don't either, and yet they find me.
Yeah, same. Although I am a lot more judicious these days about reading the reviews to see if, because people will talk about that, like, oh yeah, no, there's sex scenes and stuff that is not mentioned in the, like, there's a lot of sex scenes in this book. Be wary, like, and they don't mention them in the blurb.
What should the blurb be in that case?
Like, contains, like, a lot of people will put on there, this contains scenes of, you know,
Maybe consensual sex.
I've seen
Yeah,
the
they'll have-
opposite. I've seen like a definitely smut book. It was a lit RPG, like sex book. And at the front, they're like, we've labeled the chapters with the really spicy stuff so you can skip them if that's not what you want. I'm like, who is buying this book with the expectation that they're going to skip the spicy chapters? What do they think they're doing?
The book series that I'm reading now has two versions, and one of them there's two print versions. There's one with the interludes. That's what they call them, like LEWD interludes.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah,
we got that.
We heard it.
And then
Great
there's
fun, but you didn't need to explain it.
it's, you know, hey, maybe your viewers are dumb. I don't know. I mean, I'm one of them, so yeah. But no, like there's that, and then without, and then, like, nothing story related happens into them. It's literally just a sex scene, and then of course the Audible version is only the one with the interludes.
I did have someone this past week tell me that they've watched every single video I've uploaded to YouTube, and I experienced extreme existential dread.
I think I've probably watched every video. I haven't watched every stream.
Right.
Okay, we're ready to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
back.
Oh, Raz is back.
Oh, he's just waiting us to stop talking about interludes.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm not going to interrupt this conversation. I've only been here for like a minute.
Oh my
though,
God.
so-
You don't wanna
sorry, my
interrupt
lunch
the
always
interlude.
runs long.
No, it's good. All right, so that is the score. From the setup to the engagement roll, going through playing the score, and then the downtime actions afterwards. What I wanted to talk about now is, for my benefit, we should probably figure out what the next score is going to be. Like, do some amount of role playing and planning around that without actually getting into the point where we'll kind of get to the point that next time we can start with like the choosing a plan and doing an engagement roll,
Well, here's two pieces
or
of
role playing out
information.
the scenes to establish things.
Two things that I wrote down is we are in possession of this powerful artifact, and we know that the ambassador sold a copy of it for 10 coins. So we just need to find a buyer for this artifact.
So what kind of job would that be? Well, that'd be the kind of thing.
Museum
Where you-
unheist.
Is that even?
well,
a
I know
job?
we have like types of jobs that we're good at, right? That it's on the thing there, yeah. It's
Ones
not on
that
this,
you-
but it was on
espionage, subterfuge, or theft.
Okay.
Burglary, espionage,
think-
robbery, sabotage.
Yeah, I think we just pass that artifact off to a fence. Like
That's a
It's a-
possibility. So let me also like point out here on the crew sheet, like you guys currently occupy your layer. You see how the turf ticks up on the right and rep ticks up on the left. When these two meet, your crew goes up at a tier. So jobs to acquire
turf.
any of these locations are possible. And I also might give you this gambling den. Like I would say, for instance, once we're done with this clock that Brick is working on, it would open up directly going to this an easy job to open up this gambling den.
Mm-hmm. So,
But you could also say that you want to have a job to like go get some informants, get covert ops, stuff like that. The infirmary.
well, maybe we could be like we have this hot
Oh yeah,
item
here,
for sale.
loyal fence. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have this hot item for sale
Uh-huh.
that sold for potentially 10 coins. That's a really big payday. It sounds like a
Yep.
huge payday because that's like way over hell over here in like need a tier 2 vault. And yeah, we have also set up that we have antagonized this other crew. So
Yep,
maybe
you've
we
been-
could
Well, I mean, let's just look at the faction game real quick. You are at -1 with the city council.
Uh-huh.
You're at -2 with the Leviathan hunters, and you are currently not paying. I don't know where that clock went, but there's.
Mhm.
Yeah, here we go. You're currently not paying off the crows for your jobs, and they seem to think they deserve a cut.
I think maybe we could combine all of that. We could like maybe there's a fence or something. Like maybe we start undermining the crows with the
Yeah.
intent of, because that's a sabotage action. That's our thing, right? We can.
Yep.
We can
I would
and
say
then-
so. One option is to try and undermine the crows, sabotage an operation in a part of the city that would give you access to a fence they use.
Yeah, find
If
out
that's what you want to do.
who their main fence is and snipe them.
Mhm.
I like that.
Like
So that's what we want to try and do for our next score.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Is very specifically try and pick away at the crows and do that by trying to get one of their fences for your own.
Well,
Yeah.
would this be good leverage to like entice one of their fences away? Be like, hey, we have the hottest, freshest artifact that needs to be turned over. Like, does the
Like-
fence want that kind of business?
I mean, they like money, and
are you
10
thinking-
coin is a lot of money.
Are you thinking it's too hot to handle?
I'm thinking we find a fence who like, okay, the crows have a fence who feels like their skills are being underutilized. Like they should be taking on hotter material. And then we roll up.
Yeah.
Like, you want to level up
Are the
your
crows-
game.
Are the crows based out of Six Towers or around somewhere near us?
They're based out of Crow's
assume they must
Foot.
be.
I thought.
Crow's Foot.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
I like that
we've
as a
als-
heist.
But we've also set it up to where we've thrown heat. I guess thrown heat onto them. I don't know how that probably doesn't work mechanically, but
Yes, it does. You can
like we've essentially transferred some of the murder heat
like
onto
I
them.
as other factions get more involved, I'll track things like what their effective heat would be as a criminal enterprise if you like start undermining them to the point that they get weaker, stuff like that.
Yeah.
If we ever
And
get
then-
wanted level, we can reduce our wanted level by framing someone in an enemy crew and sending them to prison.
Yeah. But I like the idea of doing a job to maybe both like entice over a fence. Maybe this fence owes them they have leverage over the fence and we go and we get it from them. And suddenly we now have a free fence who was being underutilized by them, but is no longer
Okay.
under their thumb.
And then once the heist is complete,
So that sounds like a. Yeah. So sounds like the next job you want to take is to take this loyal fence in the crew sheet, and the idea is to try and get that away from the crows somehow to take some of their turf.
Yeah.
the reward for the heist is that we can move this weird artifact that we have.
Yep, you'll be able to sell the artifact, and you'll get this for future. You'll be able to get 2 coins for your burglaries and robberies.
Fantastic.
So it's still going to be a
I just-
theft. We're just going to steal a person.
I mean, you'll
We're not
have
even
to
gonna steal
decide
the
how to
person,
do
we're
that
gonna steal
next
the-
time, but I can do some setup
Yeah.
to get stuff ready.
This feels like a very Suikoden type mission. I don't know why I had that thought.
Cue up the this weekend soundtrack.
I'm using Case of the Golden Idol, actually.
Oh, fair enough.
It's really
And
working, really working for this.
Nobody has anything else. I think that's most of what I had. Sorry to keep you after break for just that, but
Oh,
No, that's
excellent.
fine.
That's okay.
All right, so we come back next Sunday and we will sabotage the crows.
let me very importantly save this table.
Yeah, save the table.
I saved a screenshot of my own character sheet.
If
Yeah, I
someone
haven't
can
done
grab
that.
the crew sheet too, that one seems to be really finicky and tend to get erased a lot. I had to rebuild it before the session.
The other thing that I'm worried about losing is that all these clocks. So, like, make sure you're taking pictures of all the clocks.
I didn't,
Yes.
but I will. That sounds like a good idea. Here, let me. Can I put this clock?
Oh,
on
I don't
my-
know how to do this other than.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it in my notepad that I have here.
Yeah, I have an Excel sheet with it.
Casino clock, 2 of 8. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Thanks for running, Dessel. This is really fun.
Yep.
Good. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I like this
Cool.
game a lot.